Hey everybody! Hope y'all have had a good week so far. I feel like I'm going to burp, because of course that's going to happen. But today, we are starting our very first retro achievement playthrough, whatever you want to call it, Road to Mastery, as others have called it. Yeah, very, very exciting. Been waiting to do this for quite a long time because there's so many games that I want to play on Retro Achievements. It's like, as we know, in my want to play list, I have so much stuff that I want to play at some point. You got Barnyard, old Call of Duty, old Fairly Odd Parents, this god-awful excuse for a Fallout game that I'm going to have to play simply because I've played every other Fallout game a million times. Old Harry Potter, old Jimmy Neutron, Lego Star Wars, old Mario, original Mercenaries, which I still actually need to look at the actual achievements for that, because I know like nothing about that. Scooby-Doo, Shrek 2, so many classics to play. Old SpongeBob, lots of that. Tack. Oh, I'm so excited to finally be on here. And then we also have the ones with no achievements yet. Other, Jimmy Neutron, Avatar, Fairly Odd Parents, Freedom Fighters, Just Cause, Mercenaries 2, because there's actually a PS2 version of that game for people who don't know. Yeah, all sorts of stuff to play. Still surprised the original Tack doesn't actually have a achievement list. That's very surprising. But anyways, today we are playing Lego Star Wars, the video game, the Gamecube version of it. So with this game, there is also a PS2 version, but they're pretty similar in terms of overall achievements. So it's just, complete the game to 100%, and then a few other, miscellaneous tasks. So, 100% all the levels, die as Yoda, die as R2-D2, so easy trophies like that, reaching studs. So, the two lists are, I would say, pretty much identical in terms of overall difficulty. There's not a whole lot of difference between them. Hey, Robbie, hey, Goran, Agent Clink PSP game is going to be removed. Why would I not be surprised? They always remove more stuff than they actually give us. But yeah, so this achievement list should not be particularly hard. I don't think it's going to take an insane amount of time, but it is going to require some grinding, and we'll get to that later. So, with the achievements in this game, you get 44 total, so I think this version actually has more. It definitely has more points. But in this, you have a bunch of story trophies for just finishing the 17 story levels, as well as the bonus level. And then you just have to 100% each level for a bunch of achievements. And then there's 2 level-specific trophies, 2 miscellaneous trophies, and a few purchasing and, collectible-type trophies. So, I don't think it's going to be a particularly hard list to do for my first one, because, again, it's my very first one, so going to start out on a little bit of an easier side, especially with this being a game that I absolutely love and just grew up on playing like crazy when I was younger. I can't remember, I might have actually maxed out the stud counter at some point when I was younger, which is insane because this game does have a few quirks to it that makes it a little bit different from the modern games. One of the biggest ones of those is that there are no stud multipliers in this game. And guys, let me know if all the audio and stuff sounds good, especially when we get into the game, so I just need to plug in my phone as well. This thing's battery's a little bit low, so I'm going to do that real quick. At least we're getting OG Resident Evil games. You remember the PS2, great times as a kid. Decided to work on Modern Warfare 2 for the PS5, being that it doesn't auto-pop. Already got everything except 2 of the co-op. Oh, nice! Yeah, I'll do it someday, whenever I feel like not being lazy about it. So, yep, that's the list. So, let's boot it on up, and let's hope that the audio is all working correctly. Lego Star Wars, the video game. Why are you on that computer screen? Come to this screen. Alright, looks like the achievements are working. Leaderboard submissions are on. Hardcore mode is on, because we're obviously going to play in hardcore mode, because that would be silly not to. Need to get 3 stars in Mount Zaya and denied area, and that's it. Okay, that's not terrible. Oh no, that's gonna be copyrighted, isn't it? Turn off the music for now. We have to do that, unfortunately, because that's very clearly going to be copyrighted. Let me know how the audio sounds, though, everyone. Make sure you guys can hear me and the game. Or if anything's too loud, I can always change things as needed. But we are going to go with new game, because I have not played yet. Okay, that's what I actually heard about the veteran trophy, so thankfully that's going to make it a little bit easier. I got through it fast enough, hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. Oh, this brings back some memories, guys. This is some absolute nostalgia. God, I remember playing this game back in the day. Got it like day 1. Gotta get used to the controls and stuff. Alright. So the main things about this game are... There's a couple of major things. One... You can't quit out of levels in the middle of them and save your progress. It's not like some of the later games. And I also need to check and make sure that... Okay, frame rate's good on this, so that's all good. Let's get the mouse out of there. Also on Chapter 3 of Death Stranding. Ooh, very nice. So yeah, these are all the things that you can buy. The Gonk Droid's only $250. What a bargain for our first Chivo. Let's see how this all works. There it is! Unlocked live Gonk reaction. Let's go. That is our first achievement. Already unlocked. Oh, this is exciting. This game brings back so many memories. Because I did actually play the Gamecube version as a kid. That was the main version. Or, no, wait, no, it isn't. I actually own the PS2 version. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did own the PS2 versions of these. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get used to the controls on here, the way I've got them wired up. We're going to need a lot of studs, and I mean a lot of studs, simply because there's a lot of stuff to purchase. So we now have the Gonk Droid walking around outside. You can push him away, but he's actually invincible. He'll always just come back and be more of a problem. Well, not really much of a problem, but... Always get a couple of studs here. Hey, sweet, it's going well. Alright, so there's not a whole lot to do with the diner right now because there's not really any characters for the most part unlocked, and in reality we just need to really start playing. But we're going to need, I think, over 4 million studs to purchase everything in the game. Or is it 4 million? It might not be that many. The hints are all cheap, but like the extras, they're all available from the beginning, so like that's 900,000, 1.75 million, 1.275, or no, that's like 2 million, I think. Yeah, 2 million, 2,050,000, 2.1 million-ish, 2.2, 3.2, 3.3 basically. It's probably about 4 million to buy everything in the game, so it is going to take a while to get there. Got the Platinum for LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 on PS3. Nicely done. So, I say we go ahead and get into some levels. Oh, it's so much nostalgia. That's probably copyrighted. I don't know why that music plays. But I turned off the main music within these because I know for a fact it's going to be copyrighted, and I'm not dealing with like 20 million copyright notices on this video. Alright. So when you see an image in the bottom right corner, it means that there is an achievement tied to this mission. It is not one that we're going to go for. Yeah, it is not one that we are going to go for on our first playthrough on story. We do not want to bother with it on story. Hey, Timothy, working on 377 in My Little Pony Zephyr Heights, PS5, PS4 version, 2 for every player from South Park. Nice. Yeah, let me know if anything's too loud, guys. Also, your 333rd Platinum. What people were complaining about, it ain't broken. Interesting stuff. Only crashed on you once. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be problematic nowadays to people, but back in the day it used to cause problems. So there is a achievement tied to this level, and I think it's the hardest achievement in the game. It's for getting through the level without collecting a single stud, which is pretty annoying. Oh, that's gonna be. I was hoping that would actually give me extra studs. It does not. So yeah, one of the handful of miscellaneous trophies or achievements, I'm gonna have to get used to calling them achievements, comes from beating this level without collecting any studs, and also that was dumb. I get used to the controls, like I said. But the biggest problem with that is just that you can't let yourself die and lose studs. That won't help you with the achievement, so that's really unfortunate. Hey, Cassie, our trophy's glitchy. If you're talking Lego Star Wars, they shouldn't be. Because RetroAchievements is usually pretty good about things not being broken. I'm used to having a different controller setup. I think I'm used to the PS2 control setup for Lego games. Yeah, because the Gamecube controller has kind of a weird design. Got the Lego Marvel Superheroes PS4 Platinum last night. Nice. Okay, nothing we can do about this right now because TC14 is not right here. But we can get our very first mini-kit here. As with other LEGO games, there are 10 of these on each level, and we have to get all of them in the game for some of the achievements. It looks like this one doesn't actually have a straight-up tracker for the total number of mini-kits throughout... Well, no, I guess it wouldn't have a tracker for the total number of mini-kits throughout the game, because there isn't an achievement specifically for that this time, like there is on the PS2 version of this. Because PS2 version has a slightly different list. It's mostly identical with just 100%ing the game, but it has a handful of differences with miscellaneous trophies, and I think this version's arguably just a little bit harder. Yeah, I would argue this version is just a little bit harder than the PS2 version, just because of the one trophy in this mission, and the other miscellaneous trophy in the Jango Fett mission could be a little bit tough, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. Now I gotta do those on the PS4. Yeah, maybe someday, whenever I have some time. But for now, we is playing the classic OG LEGO game. Because for those who don't know, this was the first of the true sort of LEGO games, as we call them these days. You hit the 99% glitch with 100% trophy unlocked after you went back and finished the level. That's good then. At least it unlocked. Alright, we got more switches we can pull here. We'll do that in a second. Stupid droids. Stupid clankas. But yeah, let me know if anything on the audio sounds weird or off or too loud or anything like that. Because again, we're still getting used to trying to stream PC stuff. And another mini-kit. Nice! 2 mini-kits already. Let's go. Just a bonus level since they're quick and short. That's good then. So, another interesting thing here is that in this game, you don't have to fill the True Jedi meter in both story and free play like you do in some of the other games. You only have to fill it once on either version. The requirements are a little bit higher in free play, just because there are more studs normally available to you. And there's really only like one level of this game that I think is potentially going to cause problems. Just in terms of the design of the level and everything with it. It's... If you played through this game before, you might know which level I'm talking about. Okay, so I think that's going to want us to... Yeah, we can't even get up there yet, so I was hoping that maybe building it would get me something good. But yeah, let's collect some nice studs. Here's 1 through 4 on PS3 isn't buggy. I wonder what is now. Who knows which ones are... I mean, probably some of the Vita ones have problems, I'm sure. Alright, so yeah, there's nothing else we can really do in there for now, but we can go back out here and... Where is TC14? This one random droid character that we see for all of, like, 2 scenes in this movie. That's an R2 panel, so we can't do anything about that one. You are not done here yet. We're going to go back to the starting room here because there's another door we can open. But just like with the later LEGO games, you'll almost never be able to get everything on your first playthrough of a level, so don't expect to. You're going to be playing through every level twice, at least, probably. Well, most levels twice, a few of them multiple times more than that, potentially. Okay, so this room is a puzzle room, and I'm not sure if we can... Oh, studs? Qui-Gon, use the Force. Qui-Gon, why you no use Force? Or, wait, no, he can't. That's not what we're supposed to do. Never mind. I see several droids in there, so they could be a bit of a problem when they come out of there. But there is a mini-kit, so that's always good. Obi-Wan, stand on thing. Roger, roger. 3 mini-kits already, not too bad. This is at least a pretty short level. More confident doing it now. Yeah, I'm definitely more confident, and you're not the only person I know of that's done it. Like, Ghost did it at some point and didn't have any major issues with it. LEGO Legends was buggy-free on the beta. Alright, we're already about to hit True Jedi in this level, which is great. But the achievements don't pop in this one until you've actually gotten all the canisters and the True Jedi mode on each level, so gonna be a little while till we get there. And unlike every single other LEGO game pretty much out there, this one does not have stud multipliers. It is the only sort of true LEGO game... Where is TC-14? It is the only true LEGO game to not have stud multipliers. So that's why the most expensive item in the game is 1,000,000 studs. Where did that droid go? Seriously, where did he go? Or she go, I guess it was. Next look at Platinum is probably Indiana Jones 2 North America. Nice. Where the heck did that droid go? Didn't go in here, did they? Nope. The way Obi-Wan ran off, I'm hoping it's... Oh! Hello. Wasn't expecting that. Random droids popping up out of nowhere. Yeah, this... Oh. Wait, it says... Okay, now I'm a bit confused and slightly worried because... It says that TC is my other character? Whoa. You hold L3, this happens? Huh, I've never seen that before. Oh, there you are. Jeez, I don't know what that droid was doing. Come on now. Thank God there's no speedrun achievements in this or something. Got everything done in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. All you need are the bricks that serve no purpose in the game. Crashed on you multiple times, would get a bug when you would try to lock onto something, leaving you unable to attack or jump. I can't remember what I ran into with bugs in that game, or in any of those games, because I can never really remember them, each LEGO game distinguishing itself all that much, because they all play so similarly. Is this where the droidika appear? Ah, True Jedi mode has been achieved. Pretty easy. Only about, 22,000-ish studs, so nothing much to worry about here. Is this where they go no match for droidika? Actually, they don't do that because in this LEGO game, this is back in the old days, when the characters did not speak, for anyone who is interested in that. Which has a certain charm to it. If I could stop hitting the wrong button, that would be great. I've already got 4 of the mini-kits, that's not too bad. I only know of one that we missed so far. This one you can get to if you maneuver it correctly. You're not supposed to do that, but you can. But we need all the studs we can get simply because you need a lot of studs in this game. You need about 4 to 5 million total to purchase everything. Oh, sorry, PK droid. Yeah, you need a lot of studs to purchase everything in this game. And there are no multipliers, unlike every other LEGO game. Nope, move that one. Okay, I don't think there's actually anything we're going to be able to do with that, just simply because that's an R2 door up there. And we're better off just waiting until we come back here in free play. Yeah, you're going to have to come back here in free play, that's fine. I also think you should try to platinum every LEGO game except last one that we all know. I'm assuming you mean LEGO Rock Band, the one that hardly anyone is sadistic enough to try and platinum. But there are a few people out here that have done it. And if you're actually, like, good at Rock Band and stuff, I could see it maybe not being the worst thing in the world. It can't be worse than some of, like, the Guitar Hero games and stuff. Hey, TJ. They are no match for Droidica. Hello, Droidica. So for these guys, you just have to block their shots until it takes out their shields. Pretty easy to kill. Yeah, pretty easy to deal with once you know what you're doing. Nothing much to worry about there. Another commander droid. I think they respawn infinitely here, so... there is another mini-kit up there, but there's not really a point of going for that yet either. We're better off saving most of the mini-kits for much later anyway. The levels in this game, for the most part, are pretty short compared to some of the other LEGO games. There's a few that are longer, but a majority of them are on the shorter side. And that just gets you a blue stud if you actually had a super jump character. Yep, who has time for it? Well, theoretically, if you're actually good at, like, Rock Band and stuff, you probably could get it fairly quickly. If you actually, like, know what you're doing with Rock Band or Guitar Hero. I'm sort of mapping out, though, how I'm going to do this level for the hardest trophy in the game, or achievement. The hardest one in the game requires you to complete this level without collecting a single stud, and again, I think that's going to be by far the hardest thing in the game. Because there are studs basically everywhere. And sometimes you pick them up without even really meaning to. But we got 4 mini-kits here, which is not too bad at all. And we should be getting an achievement here. Can TC seriously not walk up this little thing? I guess not. Well, I guess we're leaving him behind, or her. Too bad. It was funny though, like, Ghost... Me and Killer and Ghost were actually joking about doing LEGO Rock Band at one time, the idea of it. There it is, unlocked, we've come to bargain! And that is the entire character roster. Look at how small that roster is. There's only like 50 characters in this game. Yeah, there's only something like 50 to 60 characters in this game, and there's also no custom characters in this game, which is crazy. So yeah, it is just so different from so many other LEGO games, because it was the one that started them all. But this straight-up simplicity does have certain advantages. It means that you're not going to be spending a million years just like going for just insane amounts of collectibles like in Skywalker Saga. Outside of purchasing everything, you can 100% this game in like 6 to 8 hours outside of purchasing everything, which takes far longer than anything else in this. Yeah, purchasing everything is like the only part of this that's time-consuming. Everything else is super, super simple, because it's just 1 stud meter and 10 mini-kits on each level, and then a bonus level that you also have to finish. And really, even purchasing all the characters isn't that bad, or the hints, it's just the extras. Alright, I think we get to meet everybody's favorite character. That's a little bit loud in my headphones, so I'm turning that down for myself. Alright. Level 2. We're on Naboo. And Jar Jar Binks exists, which is a serious problem. Although, if you subscribe to the whole theory that he's actually secretly a Sith Lord, it makes everything way more entertaining. I mean, he is technically the one that gave Palpatine power, when you think about it. They're both from Naboo. They're both seemingly evil, but in different ways. Or, well, the Emperor's obviously evil, but in a different way. Okay, we can't do anything with that yet. because we actually don't get a blaster character in this game until, like, the 3rd level, which is crazy, because in all the other LEGO... Well, that's not actually true, but it depends on what order you play the games in, for that matter. A lot, not even close to having most of them. I'm still missing quite a few of them, that's for sure. I'm still missing... Oh, this level's going to be good practice for the worst level of the game in terms of collecting studs. In fact, that one might almost be worthwhile just waiting until I have the invincibility brick unlocked, just given how obnoxious it is to do for the stud meter. I'll go for the easy difficulty to save yourself from a headache. I don't blame you on that for Liza P, even though I don't know too much about that one. Yeah, I'm missing quite a few LEGO games. Done both Harry Potter games, PS3, PS4. I mean, now that there's so many stacks of them, I honestly don't know. I'd have to go look at my profile. Hey, Wayer T. I don't know if there's actually any sort of law against it, but I do own this game. Like, I literally have the physical copy of it, because I played the shit out of it when I was a kid. And clearly, like, RetroAchievements exists. And, I mean, plenty of people do games on there and post videos of it, so clearly there's... I guess no one gets in trouble for it. I mean, pretty much all the games I'm going to be doing on here, I already own. Because I played most of them as children and they were super nostalgic to me. Like a Batman 3 PS4 and Marvel's Avengers. Because I've got most of the Vita ones. I'm missing maybe a few of the Vita ones. Okay, we can't get to that without Jar Jar, one of the high jump characters. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Apparently you can get to that without a high jump character. Okay, then. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. We get to actually go back and play just so many great classic games. Oh, there it is. You. Crucifix. I need crucifix. I hold crucifix up. My fingers. Misa the evil Sith Lord. Misa the secret Sith Lord. Misa tried to ruin Star Wars. Can't do anything with that. Check the M9. Gotta find a European copy of Indiana Jones 2. I need to do that as well at some point. Just because I think that would be cool to have. That and the other version of the LEGO Movie game, especially because that's like the shortest one. Outside of the Vita ones. Okay, so that creates part of a ledge. And Jar Jar. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa get canister. We've missed one canister so far. I know exactly where it is because we couldn't get it yet because we don't have a blaster character yet. Because you don't get a blaster character again until like the 3rd mission in this game, which is kind of crazy. And I'll have one or two funny stories, I'm sure, harkening back to my attempts to play this game as a children and struggling in a handful of places for sure. It's crazy because this game doesn't even have like a traditional bonus level. That came into being in the 2nd game. It has a bonus level, but it just basically plays like a normal level. Like, it plays identically to a normal level, just without the super kit piece, so the stud meter, and without the canisters in it, so that's like the only difference in it. It plays just like a traditional level. And it's a good way to get a lot of studs if you don't want to just grind by playing a particular portion of a particular level for like 2 hours straight. Which, we'll discuss that when we get to it, but that's a ways away. Jar Jar also cannot attack, so Jar Jar's special ability is his high jump. So back in this game, there were only like 6 or 7 different abilities. You have lightsaber and force, really, I guess would be what I would say. So you have force sensitivity. You have dark force, aka Sith characters. You have high jump. You have hover. You have astromech panels. You have protocol droid panels, and you have small, what's it called? Small hatches for the small characters to go through. I think those are all the abilities in this one. Yeah. Or actually, no, I don't... Okay, so let's see. There's light force, dark force, 2 different types of droids, hover, high jump, blaster slash the ability to use ascension gun points, sort of tied together. Okay, so I think there's like 8 abilities. Yeah, like maybe 8 abilities total. There's probably a way to get to this one without going through the hatch. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Like a movie game changed the German version. Yeah, I remember that, which is kind of weird, but I'm not against it. Original LEGO Star Wars video game is peak. It sure as hell is. It is an absolute classic. So you have to do the entire game again for Marvel superheroes. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, let me see if I can get this. Oh, I bet that you can actually get that if you really wanted to. I'm not desperate to, because we're going to have to come back to every level anyway, because outside of the vehicle levels, I don't think there's any levels where you can get every single mini-kit on your first run. There might be, like, 1 out of the other 14 levels where you can, but there might not be. I'm not entirely sure. I want to say there isn't in this game, but there might be, like, 1 where you can do it. So we're pretty much going to have to come back to every level anyway, so we're not going to stress about getting all the mini-kits yet. I just want to get all the studs I can, purely for the fact that we need a crap load of studs to get through this game. Okay, so we're going to need an astromech droid or Boba Fett. Well, it's Jango Fett, actually, in this game to get to that, but I don't think there's anything else in there. Man, this brings back so many memories. Oh, I remember picking up this game and just having the best time with it, and me and friends playing it together. Why am I not using Jar Jar for that? Because I played a ton of this game in co-op. Because again, with this being the first one, it was the first one you could really play in co-op. And I played a lot of this in co-op, either with Lizard Guy or with friends from school, back in, like, this would have been, like, elementary to early middle school. I had a few other friends that would play the games, and we would, back in those days, you know, when the internet was nowhere near as big of a thing, we would have to tell each other how to find certain secrets in levels, even with, like, the Prima strategy guide back in the day, which I think I bought the one for this one. I know I have the one for the second LEGO Star Wars. Can't remember if I have the one for this one, but I probably do. Oh. Alright, we're getting actually near the end of the level, but again, it's actually okay if we don't get true Jedi mode in story, because we only have to do it once between story and free play, which is really, really nice. Makes life quite a bit easier. So if we don't get it here, we can always get into free play. Now, the one thing, though, in this game is that, well, it might be in multiple of the games, but especially in this one, I know that the stud values differ between the 2 modes. There are more studs you have to collect in free play. There's no, like, fast force ability in this game either. There's only, like, 10 to 12 extras, and they're mostly cosmetic. The only, like, useful ones are invincibility and the mini-kit detector. And once you get to True Jedi mode, you don't have to worry about losing it either. Which is nice. Yep, just bringing back a hell of a lot of memories from the good old days. Back when games were complete, $50 out of the box, you didn't have to buy DLCs for them. And like with this game, you knew exactly what you were getting. You buy this game if you're a LEGO fan and or a Star Wars fan. Or especially a combination of both. And you get a great product overall for what it is, for the 50 bucks or whatever it would have been back in the day. Especially if you're a kid playing it, and it takes us, you know, way longer to finish games than it does now. not die here because we're so close to being not only done with the level, but hitting the stud goal. Yeah, compared to some of the other LEGO games, a lot of the levels in this one are short, though not all of them. Just barely enough. Let's go. True Jedi achieved. Yes, we're still glad you're saved. And last we finished with Mission 4. Bought some games from GameStop yesterday. I buy 2, get 1 free. Oh, nice. Gotta end your GameStop Pro membership someday. I usually don't go to GameStop that much anymore, even though I do like physical copies of games. Alright, 2 levels down already. And that's another achievement for us. Let's go. 5 out of 56 so there's 56 characters in the game. Okay. So, about what I thought. 56 total. Hardly use yours. I hardly use mine. I never really go to GameStop because it's off of a road that's kind of annoying to get to it. So I just don't really ever go over there that much. I could probably go to one closer to work, because I think there's one closer to work somewhere. Alright, continue the story. Let's keep going. Because there's really no point of doing free play until we finished all of Episode 1, because then we'll be able to get all the characters we need. Because currently we only have a high jump character, and Light Force, and Protocol Droid, and I think that's it. I don't think we even have an Astromech yet. We don't have a hover ability yet. We don't have Dark Force yet. Sith, whatever you want to call it. We don't even have a blaster yet. Now, we will have that after this level. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, The Devil in Me, and free game was Jedi Knight Collection. Ooh, nice. Speaking of Uncharted, supposedly there are leaks now coming out that the next Uncharted game is going to be Uncharted 5, and it's going to be Cassie, so the daughter at the end of the 4th game, and that it's going to be her being basically mentored by Samuel Drake, so Nathan's brother. Which is an interesting idea. It could be good. It would be nice to see Naughty Dog do something that isn't The Last of Us for the first time in 15 years. So, fun story about this level from when I was a children. You saw me pull out my blaster and start blasting there. When I was young, I played through this level the first time when I was like 10. So give me a break on that. I was like 9 or 10 years old at the time. I played through this entire level not knowing that I could shoot enemies, not knowing that I actually had a blaster. Or maybe not the entire level, but I played through a significant chunk of this level without knowing that. Because of course that's the kind of stupid thing a 10-year-old like me would do. 100% that's the kind of thing. Droids, get them. Like to hide blue studs in little corners like that. They sure do. Blue stud up there that we can't get. We would need a high jump for that. Can't do it. Just like we only have one GameStop. Yeah, I mean, that's really the only one that's close to me. Let's look for PS3 games. And I mean, mine doesn't even have a PS3 section at all. It's too small for it. So yeah, I figured out that I had the Ascension gun, but not that I had an actual blaster. Because of course not. So yeah, that was just me being 10 years old and not being good at games. Or being far worse at games. Oh yeah, that's fun memory number 1 that I can remember from back in the day on this game. I don't know if I have quite as many memories of this one in terms of like stuff like that as I do as the second game. Oh, well, I just killed him. That's too bad for him. Gonna be in a game, let's go. Let's see, you saw Star Wars in 1977 when you were 8 years old. Oh, that's awesome. God, that would have been awesome. Like, I saw Episode 3 in theaters. That was the first one I saw in theaters. And then I saw the entire sequel trilogy, unfortunately. And I saw Rogue One in theaters. That one's great. And then I also saw... I think I saw Solo. I think I saw Solo, if I remember correctly. She's got that weird-sounding blaster that actually sounds like it's yelling at you. Should I find out that you have a blaster? Yeah, because I was too stupid to think that I did. So I thought that she was like the Queen in Peril and had to be, like, guided through everything. Which, I mean, she is the Queen in Peril and kind of needs to be guided through, but she's not completely helpless. Yeah, this is the start of something exciting with the channel. A whole new type of achievement. A whole new type of trophy, if you want to call it that. And I think it's a good idea to move forward for the future now that there's so many people that do just actual trophy hunting these days, or even achievement hunting. Can't remember if we actually have to go... No, I don't think we do. Yeah, there's so many people now that do actual, like, trophy and achievement hunting. Oh, there's actually nothing in here. Huh, I guess not. Okay, then. Then it's going to be kind of nice to do something a little bit different while be almost an early adopter of this type of achievement. Like, obviously I'm not the first person to do videos on it. Nowhere near that. But at the same time, it's nowhere near as well known. Like, it is nowhere near as well known. Like, I don't think Illusion's done a single video on it. I don't think Nick AR's done a video on it. I'm not sure Matt's done a video on it. Platinum Pace might have done a video on it by this point, but I might be wrong on that. He actually might not have done anything back on it. Bushido's done a couple, so that's where I mostly think of this from, and I think one or two of the others have done it. Maybe Sandrez or someone has done it. I can't really remember, though. But then it's mostly, like, smaller channels other than that. Like, there's a couple that I follow, like Sneaky Pig. He does retro achievement stuff. He's done, like, Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, whatever you want to call it. He's done other stuff like that. I know that Bushido just did Crash 4, like, what was considered Crash 4 in other countries, not the Crash 4 that we know. It's like Rapid Vortex or something. He just did that. I know he did Luigi's Mansion a while back. I feel like I've seen someone do Sunshine, Super Mario Sunshine. I think I've seen that one. Yeah, for me it's mostly like old Nickelodeon games and stuff. Those sort of my childhood, just other tie-in things, some of these old Call of Duties. Battlefront does not have achievement lists. Like, the OG Star Wars Battlefronts do not have achievement lists, which is kind of surprising. I feel like they could easily put in some crazy, insane shit for those, like, win a game without losing a single... I don't think that's actually possible now that I think about it. Would gladly be in an Uncharted game. GameStop does have a bunch of PS3 games, but they're games you already have. Gotcha. Hope it doesn't go woke. I don't know. I hope not. But, I mean, I would hope they're learning their lesson because Uncharted... Or because they focused on The Last of Us for 10 or 15 years straight. Is they're using a character that exists in the franchise. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, is that's the rumor, at least. I don't know if that's entirely true or not. Pretty difficult for you to collect games that you might have to buy on eBay. Chances are to find specific games or GameStop. I mean, again, we have a retro game store at the mall, but I don't really go to the mall that often. I actually probably should go a little bit more often, because we've got some actually pretty good stores. Okay, oh, that's Minikit, never mind. Also in this game, there's no melee. There's no slapping in this game compared to like all the other later LEGO games, so you can only fight with weapons. And a number of characters literally can't attack at all, which is kind of hilarious. So you can only attack if you actually have a weapon. Okay, so for that we would need to hover over, so we can't do anything with that right now, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to move on. Blaster characters can blast the targets. Got to meet Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Alec Guinness, and Peter Cushing. Oh man, that's actually pretty freaking awesome, though. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever met an actual, like, movie star, celebrity type musicians, yes, but I think I have. Or if I have, it's... Yeah, I don't think I have, actually. I really don't think I have. Okay, so we gotta shoot those little targets down there. That's gonna raise up that ledge. Can't remember exactly what that does. Maybe that builds an elevator that might get us to a mini-kit. I don't remember everything about this game, but I remember a lot of it pretty well. Probably was on his best behavior back then. What does that do? Okay, so that just takes us up here, so that's where we gotta go next. But we're not gonna go there just yet. I want to explore the rest of this area first. But yeah, like, even at the retro store, they don't have a whole lot of different stuff in that one. Like, from what I remember, they don't have... They have some old stuff, but they don't have a ton of, like, PS3. He was, that's good. And blast. And blue stud, we always like blue studs here. We have a hatch we can go through. Droids and a mini kit, we will take it. We're actually getting most of the mini kits here. There's only a vegan or two left here. Although we're not doing perfectly well on studs, so we'll have to see about that. So that's a path we can go through, and then... Or was that the way we came in? Actually, it might have been the way we came in. And nope, that's... Okay, yeah, I think that was the way we came in, because that's the way, this is the way we move forward. Lots and lots of studs. We're not quite at the end of the level yet, so we got time. You bought the Legacy Indiana Jones Lost Tomb set from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, nice! Alright, so we got that open, but we're not quite done here yet. Let me head back here first and double-check a couple of things. Okay, so that's a place I think that we already launched up from. Nothing over there. And another stud out here. Make sure there's... Oh, there are a couple more down here. Yeah, we need every stud we can get in this game. No multipliers. It's going to be a little something different. Not having any multipliers whatsoever. Alright, so there's a ledge up there, but we can't jump high enough for it, so we can't get to that. Actually bought a second one just so you can make it bigger and more accurate. Oh, nice. I got 12 PS4 games and over 30 PS3 games still looking for. Some of them I can rent. Some of them I just probably won't ever really get, in all honesty. And like I've always said before, I need that one specific copy of Ride to Hell Retribution, one that still has a DLC code in it that still works. If I ever want to do that game. Because I'd love to play that shitter of a game on the Scream series. It was usually considered to be the worst game on PS3, very close to it. It would be fun to subject myself to that torture. Alright, we've got enough studs now, so that's good at least. Uh-oh. Yeah, they say uh-oh. And I believe we can destroy these somewhere. Maybe not over here. Maybe it's on the other side. Yeah, I guess it's on the other side. Good thing is with the second one, you got it cheaper. Doesn't come with minifigures. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you won't have to sell any duplicates or anything like that. Ah, that opens those up. Okay. Yeah, once we do Lego Star Wars, I know I posted something on my, like, what's it called? Community tab, or I think that's what it's called, Community tab. To see what people want to see for other games that I do in the future once Lego Star Wars is done on RetroAchievements. I definitely want to grind pretty hard with the RetroAchievement stuff just because it is less commonly done. It might be an actual chance to see some differences. Okay, we actually didn't really want to do that. So that's where we get the mini-kit from. It is just kind of weird playing it without the music because, like I've said before, we don't want the copyright. Block the shots for me, Obi-Wan. Good job. Also, apparently, like, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor reunited recently and said something about wanting to do more Star Wars projects with them in it, which would be interesting. So, like they said, like a Vader spin-off series, potentially. It's just purely focused on him. Ooh, I might still be able to get that, actually. Wrong button. Yeah, like a Vader spin-off series or a live-action Clone Wars series. Apparently, there's a couple of things that they were sort of hinting at wanting to see at some point. This would be interesting. Although I've only ever watched, like, out of the shows, the only one I've watched was, like, Season 1 of Mandalorian. I haven't seen, like, Season 2 of it, or any of the other shows. Even though I know that I like Andor because I love Rogue One. Alright, we've gotten most of the mini-kits on this level. Didn't miss too many. And this is the one that opens up the escape. Or is it the one of these opens up the escape? We got a good amount of studs. Let's go ahead and... that... oh, so that's the way out of here. Okay. So these two are just like extras. Alright then. That's fine. I'll take the extra studs, of course. And that is going to be our way out, actually, when we drop into that mini-kit. So that's an unmissable one for the story. And now we head to the hangar bay. I think we do have to do a battle in here, though, if I remember.
Roger, roger. Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe we don't. Oh, I guess we don't. Okay. Easy enough. 2 more characters for us. True Jedi achieved. Lots of studs. Ooh, it's time for pod racing. Let's go pod racing. Mos Espa pod race. I have no idea what accent that turned into. Like the Lost Tomb said as the Star Wars Easter egg shows C-3PO and R2-D2 on the hieroglyphs. There's a lot of these medias that have stuff like that from Lucasfilms. Ah. $500? That's like the cost of 2 Big Mac meals these days. You get a lot of mini-kits in the older games. Yeah, that's true, you can get a lot of... not always, but in a lot of these levels. Alright. I do expect to fail here at least once. This is a bit of a trickier level in some ways, just because of the way the timing on it works. And getting all the mini-kits and stuff can be challenging. So in each area, you're timed, and if you run out of time, you lose. So you have to go back to the checkpoint. Do I have all the Legos? No, definitely not all the Legos. If you mean like, I don't know if you mean like sets or games or any of that, but no, definitely not. I'd love to own every Lego set ever made. That'd be pretty awesome. I don't know, maybe if I was a billionaire. That's something I would totally do as a billionaire. Okay, there we go. So on the vehicle levels, you can actually get all of the mini-kits. And there's no punishment, really, for losing in this, so it's not that big a deal. I'd rather get all the mini-kits. And studs as well, we need lots of studs. This isn't really that good of a level to, like, grind studs on, though, because you really don't get that many. Even if you destroy everything. You meant Lego games? Oh, gotcha. You tripping, or is that Luke? No, it's definitely Anakin. Little baby Anakin. Before he grew up to murder lots of children. Got almost all the mini-kits so far. That's good. It's a good start. So each time we go through here, it takes a different path. Trillionaire these days? I don't know. I mean, some of them aren't insane. But yeah, all Lego games, no, I'm still missing a few of them. Oh, yep, there's another canister over there. Is there one over here? Oh, there's not. Okay, so... there is that one that I missed before, so we got it. Alright, so we're only missing one, and it's on the final path, so... we're actually pretty... Oops, I took too much damage! Whoops, I took too much damage. And died. Okay, yeah, most of them are insane, but still. If you're a billionaire, you probably could. That's a lot. Billion's a lot. And I've heard more and more rumors now about that new set that's coming out, the Death Star set. I don't know where my dad heard whatever he heard about it, but it's apparently going to be, like what you guys might have mentioned, it's like 10,000 pieces or something. Maybe not 10,000 pieces, but it's an insane amount of pieces. And it's going to be $1,000, which is just asinine, because here's the thing, it's not even a full Death Star, it's only half of a Death Star. It's only like half of a Death Star with a bunch of scenes in it. It's not even a full Death Star, which is, to me, a little bit insane to charge that amount of money for. But it is Lego, so let's not be that surprised. Alright, yeah, 25,000 studs, not bad. I know we can get a lot of studs in this final area. Okay, hit the pads. Well, I got a few of the studs. Something. We're not far behind Sebulba. Actually, we're ahead of Sebulba now, going into the final lap. Now, Sebulba will cheat. And we can get our last mini-kit, which is always going to be a nice... oh, I wish I'd hit those because we need the extra studs, but that's fine. And there's our last mini-kit. Alright, everything on this level. And once we finish this level, it should get us an achievement, actually, for doing everything in the level. We might actually get 2 achievements here. Got it. Let's go. Oh, oops. Sorry, Anakin. Anakin died. So you can find every single Star Wars set. Yeah, all those complicated ones, true. But still, I mean, $1 billion is a lot, so... one level down, 16 to go. I'll check your comment here in a second. Yeah, they can actually kill you here, surprisingly. They can do quite a bit to you here. They don't shoot that quickly in the actual movie, because they're shooting what's basically a musket. A Lego musket. I mean, that's what their actual minifigures are carrying. They look like just old muskets. Ooh, that was close. Now to find the new Lego Star Wars sets. Oh, yeah. I mean, that one, they're just getting insane at this point. And, like, I understand why, because it is such a... it's going to be so popular. Obviously, it's going to sell just fine. But, like, I cannot justify spending that amount of money on a Lego set. Not these days. Or not right now. And we did it! Level completely done. Let's go. We did it. $500. And no midi-chlorians to talk about is always nice. That's 4 out of 6 levels already from this, and there we go. 2 achievements right there. Let's go. 2 more achievements. Let's roll. Get 50,000 studs every time you complete a mini kit, which is very, very helpful. Billion is nothing when it comes to LEGO, because then you have Ninjago, Chima, Harry Potter, City Architecture, all those. And I mean, I guess technically you've also counted like all of the like super special like minifigures. They're like $10,000 to $20,000 a piece because they're so rare. So now we're gonna see that the Cantina is starting to have a few more characters in it. But speaking of characters, who would we like to get out of anyone? Or I might just kind of want to save my money more for when we get around to... Well, I might as well get all of them. They're all cheap. Alright, let's buy the hints as well. I don't know if there's an achievement for the hints, but we're going to buy them all anyway. Oh, there are. But they're super cheap. They cost like a few thousand total. Achievement unlocked! Buy them at Dexter's. Nothing else we can do there. And we could buy all sorts of things here, but we are not going to waste our money on useless items right now. So most of these, like I said, are just cosmetic. Silhouettes are cosmetic. Purple's cosmetic. Mustaches are cosmetic. The mini kit detector is actually useful. Teacups is kind of funny, but it's cosmetic. So is the brushes and the big blasters. Classic blasters and silly blasters. And invincibility obviously serves a purpose, but all the other ones are... don't really do anything. They're just cosmetic. And also, this game is like the only one that doesn't have a 100% tracker in it, which is insane. Like a Minecraft, Disney Zeds, solid gold 14 karat C3PO. I mean, if I was a billionaire, I'd sure as hell buy that. Because it's made out of solid gold, and gold doesn't lose value, technically. Not in the way of other stuff. Might dip every now and then, but it eventually goes back up. So now, when you come out here, you'll start getting these random battles going, where characters will start like just randomly fighting each other for no reason, and you can also instigate the fights, which is pretty funny. So, yep, he's just gonna get into a fight over there with them, and then they just start killing each other. And you can get into some pretty, like, giant brawls here. You can actually get some legitimately pretty big fights out here. So this is the Super Kit, which is the thing that we get for building all the studs. But yeah, this is the entirety of the hub world, aside from the other 2 movie rooms. So it's a tiny hub world with no extra stuff to do, which in a lot of ways is kind of nice. It makes life a lot easier. They won't fight inside the diner here, but... they will fight outside, and it's fun. And then it tells you just, like, the progress you made on each level. But yeah, we need Dark Force characters, and we also... I don't think we have an Astromech yet. Yeah, I think we get an Astromech on this level, and a small character. So after that, we should only need a Dark Force character, which we should be able to get during the... or by purchasing them after the 6th mission. So this is one of the longer levels in the game, from what I remember. This one does take a little bit longer than some of the others, because we're an hour in and we've already cleared 4 out of 17 missions. Or 18 if you count the bonus mission. Motorboat. Like good dimensions. Yeah, that's true. But even so, you gotta remember that $1 billion, that is a lot. That is a lot more than $1 million. That is 1,000 times $1 million. That is just such an astronomical amount of money. I can't even imagine being able to spend that much. I'd have to try very hard to spend that much. And we're starting the random fights. Oh, yeah. LEGO Dimensions actually is not as insane as you think, because Ghost, at least at one point in time, had every single one of the sets. He bought all of them. Now, this was back a few years ago, so they were probably cheaper then. But he's bought all of them, and, like, I can't remember, he probably spent, like, $1,000 total on all of them? Maybe not even that much, because some of them weren't that expensive. Like, some of them were only, like, 15 or 20 bucks. But there's just so many of them. Yeah, he did own, I don't know if he still does, but all of them, so... we already did that one. Okay, so we got quite a bit of combat coming up. It's always fun, like, you can really easily instigate the fights if you're Jango Fett. So once we get him unlocked, we can start a lot of fights. It's like, he will literally just start fighting just because he exists, which is kind of funny. Ah, nope. Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon. Is there anything... just studs? I don't know if there's a mini-kit up there or not. Alright, so... Captain, sir. You will go up to here and find whatever is up here, if it's anything of actual use. It is studs, which we do need, so that's fine. Saw the LEGO Harry Potter Hogsmeade set and how expensive it is. I'm not sure if I did or not. I probably did at some point, but honestly at this point I can't keep up with all of it, especially how expensive some of it is. Okay, we actually killed almost all of them. Kill the yellow ones first, as well as the red ones, when it comes to the battle droids, because they can actually call in reinforcements, or it might only be the red ones that can do that, actually. And you can't take down the Droideka shield just by punching it a bunch of times. So yeah, this is one of the longest levels in the game, so this is one we really don't want to have to play more than twice. But we are going to have to play pretty much every non-vehicle level twice, some of them 3 times. For one reason or another. Those are like miscellaneous trophy purposes. Well, there's really only a couple of miscellaneous trophies, so... But like, replaying the levels in free play does not help much with the studs, because again, there's no multipliers in this game. And the stud requirement rises if you do that. It's $400. Oh, okay, I mean, I guess that doesn't really surprise me. I guess at this point I'm not really surprised by anything like that. Well, I am definitely a little bit... Maybe I'm not that surprised with the Death Star set, but it's still kind of insane. Okay, we can get to that, potentially, with a bit of trick jumping, but... a little bit pull off. Like a roll jump or something. So we have that we can go to, and then we have over here. Alright, so that's all the droids cleared out, so... Oh, no. No, that's fine. We're gonna have to come back here later anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Get all the studs we can, that's what I care more about. Purchase everything eventually. Looks cool, $400, 3,200 pieces. We'll never own a Death Star set. Again, and like, I'd have to win the lottery probably to justify buying a Death Star set. I don't see any other real justification, or any other way I could justify it. And there's other stuff I'd probably rather buy than that for that amount of money. So that Death Star, you know, $1,000. I get a pretty nice gun for that. I get a very nice gun for that. There's quite a few other ones I would love to own. Oh. Aha. I know what we can do with this. Potentially. Or maybe. Or not. Well, they're supposed to lift you up when you get on that. That doesn't seem to be working all that well. I mean, this is an old LEGO game. It'll all be much easier, though, once we can switch characters on the fly in free play, so I'm not really, like, worried about it. Anything we miss here, we can always just get later, because it'll be way easier. Millennium Falcon set. I mean, the Millennium Falcon set would be pretty cool, too. Alright, so that's a majority of the stuff here, but we're going to get R2-D2 after this mission, and young Anakin, which is going to get us several good things in terms of characters that we need. I'm sure it's going to be a great day for all the LEGO store workers. This will be $500 for them. Oh, they get half price on it? Oh, that almost makes me want to, like, just quit my job and go work at a LEGO store. Oh, fuck no, I would never do that. Because for one, that involves probably working with a lot of children, and I don't like children at all. They annoy me. So, multiple ways to get across here. And also, like, I can only imagine that retail would be just as bad or probably worse than healthcare in a lot of ways. Even if it would be similarly, like, facing people. I feel like at least in healthcare, people tend to be nicer because you're trying to help heal them. Whereas with... Ooh, minigame, thank you. Oh, that's the first one of this level. With retail, they just want to scream about everything. I'd rather spend $1,000 on making a ginormous Hogwarts castle. Yeah, if I was going to spend $1,000, there's probably other things I'd rather spend it on than a super giant Lego set. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely of interest, it's definitely appealing. Oops. But I don't think as an adult I can justify that kind of a purchase. And honestly, in reality, I don't know if I would really even want that particular Death Star. Because again, it's only half of the Death Star with a bunch of iconic room scenes being shown and a lot of minifigures. But it's not even a full Death Star. Like, it's not even an enclosed full Death Star, which I think is insane for that price. Like, maybe for $500 I would pull the trigger on it, or consider. Because it's literally half of a Death Star, so it should be half as expensive. But for that price, I don't get the justification for that one, unless you're just an absolute mega fan. Or, like, win it in a raffle or something, I don't know. Wonder how long you would last at that job. In all honesty, I'd probably last there longer than a lot of people because I already deal, again, with the public on a constant basis. I mean, keep in mind what I do for work. I convince people to take experimental drugs for a living. If you want to put it that way, bluntly. And there's studs up there. Yeah, I convince people to give up their blood and take experimental drugs as my living. So, clearly I can convince people to do things, in that sense. Which makes me sound like a fucking psychopath. That's a joke I always lead to in with people, is that I literally pay people to take drugs for a living. Which is so weird to say. Alright, so these lights are red, which means that we can't do anything with them. They are Dark Force objects, and so is that, like, barbell right there. So there is nothing that we can currently do here, unless there's actually probably a way to get yourself up there. I'm sure there is, because these old games are janky enough, I'm sure it's possible. I think it's going to be extremely expensive. Just think about this for a second. Buy 2 Death Stars for the price of 1, keep 1 for myself and 1 to sell. True. Definitely lasts a while there because you already deal with so many stupid kids. Oh yeah, I'm sure, because like, you probably deal with a lot more kids than I do, because most everyone that we see in the current position, like, we don't even... None of our trials allow us to enroll anyone under the age of 18, so we don't have to deal with kids at all, which is kind of nice. That sounds bad out of context. Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. I'll pay people to take experimental drugs for a living. The crazy thing is that some of the ones that we're trialing actually work. Or at least we're pretty sure they work. So that's always nice. Now, if it wouldn't take another 20 years for them to actually get to market, it could actually help people. What the? This is the most random little, like, room. There's nothing in there. It's just like a portal almost, but not even a portal because it doesn't have a view. Okay, can't break those. Maybe yesterday you had the one stupid ankle biter who was swimming as if he was drowning and had you really worried. Well, hopefully he wasn't drowning. Because I love to swim, and I've always been a decent enough swimmer to where, like, I won't drown just by being in the water, if that counts for anything. I do like being in the water, though. Swimming's fun. It's also great exercise. It's super, super good exercise. The problem is, I don't know of any pools I could use around here. There's no, like, water parks anywhere near here that I'm aware of. There's no public pools around here that I'm aware of either. You would think for the insane amount of money that we pay for our HOA dues that they would do something like get us a pool. But no, they just pocket it, because HOAs should be a crime against humanity, in my opinion, but... Or at least federally investigated or something. Wasn't drowning but kept pretending. Oh, that's really annoying then. Alright, there's more to do down here. There's a lot more to do down here, so... I'm surprised there isn't an achievement for, like, turn on every single light in this level. But with achievement tracking, that's not that bad because, you know, that's a crazy thing with this, is that it's like... They've had achievement tracking integrated for years, while the very first time we got any sort of achievement tracking outside of, like, in-game scenarios was with the PS5, and that was 2020. Which is just kind of insane to think. Okay, I don't really know what the point of that ledge was, because that really wasn't a lot of studs. Yeah, this is a long level. Just wanted to yell at him so bad, but I had to keep it professional. He's deaf as Beethoven's, as he clearly didn't listen. He probably tuned it out, or just didn't care to listen. Because I've learned how to tune people out quite well. As one might expect. I've learned how to tune people out quite well. Though surprisingly, there hasn't been a lot of drama this week, so it's actually been kind of a chill week on the drama end, which is actually pretty nice for once. I'm sure it'll pick back up soon, but yeah, this week has been relatively low on the drama. I think I saw more studs over... Oh, literally one stud. Ooh! It's the jizzing fountains! I probably just ruined someone's childhood with that. And if someone was actually drowning. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a lifeguard rescue anyone now that I think about it. I don't think it happens all that often, but I'm sure it definitely does. You get someone in there that just doesn't know how to swim, parents aren't paying attention or something. Sure, it happens. Studs. And nothing else back here. Wow, okay. Where are all the canisters on this level? Oh, wait a minute. Play as R2 here, because I think that there might be something I can do here. Oh, well. Let's not do that. Maybe there isn't. Okay, then. Oh, seen it while training, gotcha. So, interesting thing in this game is that the droids will not attack other droids. So, when you're playing as a droid, you won't get attacked. Unless they accidentally hit you while shooting at someone else. Which is pretty cool. Allows you to disable them, which is a unique little thing that's not present in all of these games. Ooh, yep, I can get up there. Some guy tried swimming and he was having trouble to swim, so the instructor had to rescue him. Oh, okay. And, like, I don't even fear, like, going out and swimming in a lake or an ocean or anything. Like, I wouldn't want to go swim out in, like, the middle of the ocean, like, where it's 2 miles deep or anything like that, but... we gotta move that platform over here in a second. Actually, I think we gotta move both of them over. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Oh. That's a little hatch for Anakin. Well, that's not what I intended to do, and I guess we can't move it yet. Ain't gonna be no lifeguard there, yeah. Well, like, I mean, I don't necessarily... Okay. That was... Do I have to have R2 hover over there or something? Okay, that was weird, so... That one I could move, but this other one I couldn't? There it goes. Okay, so I just have to be at a very specific angle on it for some reason. It's an old Lego game. They're a little bit quirky. They're a little bit janky. Oh, well, R2's coming over to keep me some company over here. That's nice of him. Especially if we get attacked by enemies or something. We can't fight. Back through the chute. You don't know how to swim. I think it's definitely something that people should learn, unless they just never plan on being anywhere near the water. Alright, so we're only like halfway through this level, by the way. Probably about halfway at this point, because we still have a little bit more after this, and then the actual hangar bay. So yeah, this is one of the longer levels in the game. It's not the longest, but it's definitely on the longer side. Luckily, this one's not too bad on the stud requirement compared to some of the longer levels in the game. When we get to the one that's really obnoxious, I will make sure everyone knows about it. Because that level's going to definitely be the one thing that I'm really not looking forward to on this playthrough, alongside some of the grind. I mean, I don't necessarily mind some of the grind overall, but that one particular level I'm not looking forward to. And if you 100% of this game before, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's in Episode 3. Actually, Episode 3 has 2 kind of long levels back-to-back, but the second one's nowhere near as bad. Most of the time on the job, you're doing nothing, but your schedule for this week going to be extremely heavy. Next week, going to have 48.5-hour work week. Oh. And you won't be getting overtime? How is that? How does that work? I thought you legally had to be paid overtime unless you were on a salary. I know my employer sure as hell isn't going to let me work over 40 hours a week, because he's sure as hell not going to pay any overtime. Alright, that's 4. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure unless you're salaried, they have to pay it. Hey, Chris. It's a summer job. It doesn't matter. If you work over 40 hours a week, I'm pretty sure it's a federal law that they have to pay overtime. And I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's a federal law. Because they're very much strict about telling us not to work a full, more than, 39.5 hours pretty much. Because they don't want to risk us having to pay for any overtime. This is not good because we're all in weird spots. There we go. Okay, so what do I do here? Trying to remember. Oh, there goes Anakin. Never to be seen again, I guess. Okay, I have no idea what he's doing up there. I have no idea what help that gives. Build that together. Cool. That's not helpful, but I think I see what to do now. R2 goes up there. Okay, R2's actually being... They're all... Oh, I'm dumb. How did I forget about that? I'm just dumb. Got your first ad just now. It took longer than expected. Yeah, that definitely took longer than normal. Because I get them so often. And, like, I think my computer considers them malware and, like, tries to not necessarily block them, but it just ends up repeating a few lines over and over again and then cuts to the end. Like, no matter what the ad is, but it still takes a good bit of time. Alright, everyone stand on the button. And there's no double score zones in this game. Wow, that is an interesting texture that looks so heavily painted on. It's because of the Fair Labor Standards Act. It applies to certain jobs such as this, taxi drivers, salespeople. I don't know then, because I could have sworn if it was over 40 hours, you have to be paid for it. I could be wrong, but again, I'm not a lawyer, but I could have sworn that's what it was. Jump to that. Okay, yeah, you can sort of glitch your way up there, but there's nothing I can see up there off the top of my head, so that worked. Going to the mall with your sisters this Saturday. It has a GameStop and Retro store. Oh, very nice. I don't know if it's because they consider it a temp job or what. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know anything about this stuff for the most part. Kill these droid commanders, and we should be good to go. There's droidicas in there. We're not too worried about them yet. We're going to do that first. And that is going to build us a staircase. And is there anything in... I think there's something up there, probably. Maybe not. Huh. Maybe there isn't. Well, let's at least run along here and get all of our studs, because I don't see any mini-kits there. Those jobs have you sitting around most of the time. I don't know then, because, like, even here in South Carolina, you know, we're obviously very much at-will type of state, so... Here, if you work pretty much any job, you gotta get paid overtime if you work more than 40 hours, so that's why our employers are usually very strict about making sure that no one goes into overtime unless it's absolutely 1000% necessary. Okay, so for that one we can't get to yet. We need to be able to switch characters up there. That's fine. Gold! I think we have to build a table first for that, don't we? Yep. Build a nice, grand table. Mall's over an hour away. Oh man, that's insane. Like, mine's like 20 minutes. And it's the closest I've ever been to a non-failing mall in my life. Because you can find the mall in the town that I grew up in, you can find the mall on, like, people's video walkthroughs of, like, failed malls or abandoned buildings and stuff. It's not abandoned, because it's still, like... It's still technically there. It still has, like, 2 or 3 stores in it. It's something, though. Alright, so all of that's cleared. Yeah, I'm very surprised they wouldn't put an achievement like light every single fight in this level or something. Plus, over time, you'd make 6 min an hour. Yeah, I would definitely maybe look into what the laws are for New York and see what that is, because I would think of all states that New York would, like, be more, like, strict with, like, labor laws and stuff compared to something like South Carolina. Yeah, here, if you work a second over 40 hours, they have to pay you the overtime. That's why they heavily discourage it, at least in our field. Unless you're salaried, of course. In which case, if you're salaried, things are very different. If you're salaried, they can basically tell you to work 150 hours out of your 168-hour week. And you pretty much have to do it. Alright, anything in here? Nothing, just an invisible wall. Made an extra 208 untaxed. One of the malls near you is like that. Yeah, ours, because it has like 3 stores left in it, I think, because we used to have 4 stores as of like a year ago, but the last one, the guy finally retired. He had been working there for like 40 years. He finally retired that owned the store, so now there's 3 stores left. Closest mall's 15 minutes away, and that's where the only GameStop is located. Gotcha. The place is falling apart. Oh, ours is not actually fit for human habitation, as I found out, but there's still people that run businesses in it, so that's always a good sign. It's 100% not fit for human habitation because it's full of mold everywhere. Like, to the point at which you actually need, like, a spore mask to avoid getting sick from it. 28 untaxed, which they finally made a thing. Oh, yeah, I can't. I would love to be able to take advantage of that. Even if I can't, though, that's gonna be great for a lot of people. All the waiters and waitresses and stuff. I wish we could get tipped for our work in the healthcare field, but we don't get to collect tips, unfortunately. And I'm sure some places probably would try to do it, but unfortunately we can't. At least you have another one. That's good. Yeah, it's literally not fit for human habitation. It's kind of funny, actually, that it even still is standing, and it actually still has stores in it. That's the most bizarre part of it, is that it still has, like, 3 stores in it that still do business. They do half-decent business, honestly. Which is even more surprising. Yeah, that's the biggest surprise of it, is they actually do business on the huge malls in your area or over an hour away. Because, yeah, thankfully we have one here that's like 20-ish minutes away, so it's usually pretty busy. Especially on the weekends, it's insanely busy. And it actually has a Lego store, which is awesome. Like a physical Lego store. Oh, we got True Jedi. Perfect. So we're not going to get all of the mini-kits here. That is totally fine. We don't need them yet. There's a Lego store, and there's all sorts of other stuff there. Retro game store, there's a bunch of clothing stores. A decent little food court, about 6 or 7 food places, random stands and stuff. A bunch of what I like to call, like, the nerd-type stores, so, like, nerdier-type stuff in them, which is really cool. Actually, it's great for people like me. There is a GameStop in our mall, but the one in the mall is the smallest GameStop I have ever seen in my life. It's like the size of a closet. It's insanely small, so I don't really get that one. Like, it's literally like the size of like a closet. Alright, so can't do anything with that. And we're not really supposed to go around there. At least got a lot of studs on this level, which is good. Alright, so yeah, you would need a... Actually, I wonder if you can trick this out. I bet there's a way to trick that out, actually, if you really, like, worked at it. I'm sure there's so many, like, shortcuts and secrets in this game that you could really just cut down a lot of time on. I'm sure there are plenty of them, because this game's old enough to have them. Same for you. Half the ceiling was falling down. Yeah, that's how it is in some of the parts of our old failing mall. Main reason was for the no tax on overtime. That's definitely a good one, and I mean, yeah, I can't really benefit from it, but I know plenty of people that can. And definitely will. And my dad will now be able to benefit from the breaks for Social Security, which is good. Now that he's 65, that's we're celebrating his birthday, which is pretty exciting. That's the whole thing this weekend, is we're celebrating the birthday. I mean, technically he turned 65 yesterday, but coming down for this weekend. Okay, so can't get up there with a blaster character, so that's another one we can't get yet. And check out the new retro game store in the mall. Hopefully I don't get screwed over like the last one. Yeah, I hate when that happens, when it's like you get a good store and for some reason it just doesn't get to stay in business. Someone ruins it. It was weird, like we had... Our mall actually... This was a bizarre one, is like... At one point in time, we actually had, like... And this only lasted maybe 6 months, but we had, like, an airsoft range? But they only had, like, maybe 4 or 5 airsoft guns. But I guess you could, like, rent them to shoot them or something? That was kind of a weird one. They didn't last long at all, but... I didn't really ever actually go in there, I just sort of walked by it. And we're done. And now we can finish off the level. The mall lied to him, gotcha. Happy birthday to him, thank you. I will tell him that people have wished him happy birthday in here. I know he's glad to finally be retired, though. And then I had my doctor's appointment. Well, part of my doctor's appointment, but it was good. They took some blood. Now, it was kind of funny because my dumbass, you might remember, my dumbass donated blood, like, less than a week ago. Because I donate as often as I can. This is a good thing to do, and as selfish as it sounds, it puts you higher up on the priority list to receive donor blood if you ever were to need it. Even though, admittedly, I have, like, the most useless blood type. I may be positive, so I can literally only give to other ABs that I can take from anyone. So, like, I'm, like, the most useless in terms of donating. Oh, there we go! Achievement, let's go! We got Padme, we got R2-D2, so we have a hover, an astromech droid. We have a short character. Alright, we have everything we need except for the Dark Force Sith character, so... I want to assume that most lawyers are working with the mall. The only lawyer they could get one at $5,000, they couldn't afford it. Oh, gotcha. That sucks. Yeah, that is a long level, though. That is one of the longest... That's probably like the second longest level in the game. Second or third. There's still a much longer, more obnoxious level toward the end of the game, which, of course, if you played through this game before, you might know exactly which one I'm talking about in episode. Speaking of all that, like... all of my organ function stuff was good. Thyroid was good. Lipid stuff wasn't the best. That's just mostly because I'm fat, so that's to be expected. There was nothing abnormal for someone who's overweight. But on my... either my CMP or CDC, whichever one it was, it doesn't have, like, the kidney and liver numbers on it. I want to test, like, your blood levels and stuff like that. My dumbass didn't think, hey, Zach, You have to go to the doctor and get your blood checked this weekend, or this coming week. I wonder if it might be a bad idea to go and give a pint of your blood away, and if that might modify your test results. And it did. It very much did. It made me look like I'm like the most anemic person on the face of the planet. Which I gotta admit, it's kind of funny, but it's lesson learned. I won't make that mistake again, because that almost certainly means he's gonna have to draw more when I go back in for the actual physical next week. Hey, lesson learned. All the other stuff was fine, but lesson learned. All people got caught on camera going into their shop and turned off all their cameras. Yeah, that's pretty illegal. It's definitely a little bit on the illegal side. Remember the sort of celeb crushes you have? Forgot you got the third one, she was internet famous. I can't really remember who you said in the past. You're gonna have to remind me. Obi-Wan?! What the hell?! I've never seen that happen before! Obi-Wan deflected the bolt, and instead of it going back at the enemies, it hit me in the butt and killed me. What kind of Padawan are you? What kind of Padawan are you? I'm not sure I've ever seen that happen before. What the hell kind of Padawan are you, Obi-Wan? You're just trying to kill your master, apparently? And into Armus and City Sweeney. Okay, gotcha. Scumbags own the place. Definitely sounds like it with the way they would do that. Well, that was pretty funny. Obi-Wan just tried to murder his master a few minutes before he actually dies. Spoiler to anyone who hasn't seen The Phantom Menace after 20 years. It is exciting because, they're apparently re-releasing Episode 4 in theaters for the 50th anniversary coming up soon, so I will definitely be going to see that whenever it happens, but I think that's not until, like... I've been hearing rumors of it, but I feel like that's not for, like, another year or two, because didn't it come out in 77? That would make it 2027 would be when it comes out. So I don't know why we're already seeing, like, things about it. Okay, so that's going to take us up there, but there's nothing we can do without an astromech droid, so no use there. Twitch streamer name is Emaru, cute half-Asian girl. Okay. I haven't heard of her because I honestly don't watch much on Twitch at this point. I wish Lizard Guy would start streaming more. It's the main thing I really would like to see is him streaming more. Especially once like Metal Gear Delta and stuff comes out, because I know he's going to be playing the crap out of it. He's played a lot of Death Stranding too. She'd stream that. I think some of it's just shyness. Because he's a lot like me. Like, I've talked about before, we're basically like brothers in a lot of ways like that, and we're both fairly shy in like social situations, but I'm less so, partially because YouTube and working with people with healthcare and stuff. Everything works out for him soon. You know of her? Actually, I can look on my phone here and look this person up. First, let's grab some studs. Alright, Darth Maul, I believe this is not... Is there a mini-kit here? Yes, perfect. Can't get all the mini-kits here yet either. There's kind of an annoying one in the upstairs in that previous room, so we'll get it, obviously, in replay. But it is nice because there's so few collectibles you have to worry about in this game. Just fill the stud meter and 10 mini-kits per level, and that's it. Literally nothing else you have to worry about. Grab the studs. So it is kind of simple, and there's no stuff to find in the hub world outside of extra studs. Okay, just, like, completely commando knife jump your way across there. Okay. Well, can I stop screwing up today, please? This is embarrassing. Now, I would have more studs if my Padawan didn't try to murder me earlier by deflecting a blaster bolt back into my butthole. Hey. Okay, Force, do you want to work here? Thank you. There we go. Okay, so that's the way we go out of here, but... Okay, yeah, I can't actually get up to the upper level yet. I think I have to use the Ascension gun to get up there. That's fine. YouTube channel with over 1 million subs. Oh, okay. I can look this person up. Okay. Actual name is Emily. She has a Wikipedia page, which is cool because not a lot of people manage to pull that much off. From Kansas, of all places. That's random. Alright then. And did that with Moist Critical. That's an interesting name. Okay, so can't do anything with that without R2. Had Dance Dance Revolution battle, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Oh, man. It was actually funny, because speaking of Dance Dance Revolution, of all things, when I was home to hang out with Lizard Guy, when I was looking through some of our old stored stuff, I found the dance pad for Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. And theoretically, I think if I really wanted to,
Roger, roger.
I could probably program that to play Fallout games on, potentially, on Steam, maybe? Which sounds like the worst idea I've ever had in my life, but could be kind of entertaining. I don't know if it actually has enough buttons on it, though, for something like that. It's probably something simple. But yeah, I actually found the old dance pad. It should still work, because I always took good care of stuff, so... That'd be hilarious, though. Attempting to play, like... Oh, you know what? I need to see if that game actually has a, an achievement list. That'd be something, because I'm sure ain't no one out there is actually gonna try to do it with the dance... Well, I'm sure that someone out there is dumb enough to do it with a dance pad, and that person's probably gonna be me. Alright, so that's one of the 4. I hit the wrong button. That's a lot of droids. That is a lot of droids. Play games on the pad. We'll see how that goes. Honestly, it might be kind of fun, if not, you know, obviously frustrating. Because I'm not sure how many you could play, like, complicated games on a dance pad. It's like, yeah, you can move, of course. But, like, you wouldn't be able to move the camera. And I still remember one of Midden Squad's all-time best videos for Fallout 3 was trying to beat the game without moving the camera. And it was one of the most, like, insanely painful things I've ever seen for someone to go through. You know, there's a VeggieTales dance pad. You know, for some reason that doesn't really surprise me. I feel like there's probably dance pads for a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's one for, like, Hannah Montana. You know, that's a game that really needs to get remastered. Hannah Montana, the movie game, for PS3. I'd love to see that get a remaster. That game's an absolute classic. Now, yeah, that's a game that me and Lizard Guy actually had a fun time, like... We were probably drunk while playing it. And that made it more fun. Obviously, it's not a good game, but if you're out of it enough, you can have fun with it. Especially because you guys know that I'm literally, like, one of the worst singers on this earth. Like, I'm literally one of the worst singers to ever be born on this planet, so... Anything that involves me having to sing could be entertaining. another droid? I've never seen him stand off the button like that. That's weird. A little bit odd. Yeah, give me Fallout 3 with the dance pad. Again, I don't think there's enough buttons on it to be able to do everything. Like, you have the pad to move around on. But, like, what would you do for the other stuff? Like, are there enough buttons on it to be able to do anything else? Like, even if you were attacking, like, you could do a VATS build for combat, but even so, I don't see how that would work. I feel like that would almost have to be like a no-kill type of playthrough at that point. Because you wouldn't be able to really fight anything. And yeah, you can beat that game without killing anyone outside of the Rad Roach in Vault 101, but still. I don't know, I feel like if I were to ever do, like, trying to beat a game with a dance pad, I would have to get a dance pad with more options on it than that one. And I'm sure they exist. Or, like, beat Fallout 3 with the Donkey Kong bongos, but again, I don't think there's enough controls on it to actually be able to do that. Me and Lizard Guy are like brothers, only closer. Get away from me! We basically are brothers in a lot of ways, so... Different families, of course, but basically are brothers, so... The closest thing we both have to brothers is we're both only children. I thought he did more than that. Okay, there he goes. He's actually doing something now. Okay, so there's those mini kits up there. I can't remember if we can actually... We might not be able to get them without Jar Jar, actually. Yeah. Or actually... Ooh, you know what? I bet that you can get these without Jar Jar, but I'm not sure it's worth the hassle, necessarily. Because there's 3 like this in here. And that's a fair bit of effort to put in to get 1 mini kit, so we're probably better off just grabbing these with Jar Jar, because, again, it's not like the modern LEGO games where you can save and quit in the middle of a level and save your progress for everything you collected. In this one, you actually have to finish the level. So there's not really any harm in waiting until free play to do a lot of stuff, because you have to still finish the level anyway. We'll get the rest of them when we go into free play. It's honestly not that big a deal. Ah, switch! I don't think I was hitting the right button. There we go. There we go. Okay, that took a couple of hits. Oops. It's okay though, we got the set meter filled, so it's fine. The straight up slash move doesn't work as well in this game compared to like just the downward strike. There we go, one more hit. You attacked the wrong person. Wait, he attacked the wrong person. What the hell? Climactic battle. Now I have my giant 1-liter bottle of sparkling water. No, Liam Neeson, no! Trophy! Double the blades, half the body. Damn, that's dark. Alright, we finished the super kit. 6 out of 17 done. Mini kit's looking good. Now we get a story cutscene. Let's go. And like I said, there's literally no completion tracker in this game. It's the only one in the entire series that doesn't have one. So you just have to kind of know what you're doing for 100%. Alright, so episode 1 is done outside of the mini-kits. Hints to purchase, so who do we have to purchase now? Darth Maul, only 15,000. Wow, that is a discount. So now we have every ability available in this game, because the bounty hunters don't have any special ability in this game, because they weren't even a class in this game. The only bounty hunter in the game is Jango Fett. So they don't have their own character class this time. So now that we have Darth Maul, we actually can go back and start cleaning up some levels. So I say we go ahead and clean up 1 or 2 levels. Free play here. We're still not going to go for the achievement here because, honestly, it's probably not worth going for without at least a little bit of practice or a little bit more knowledge. This is the hardest achievement in the game, so that isn't grind-based. Alright, so we'll still collect any studs we can, of course. And we're missing... how many mini-kits? 5 out of 10, okay. This is the one level we're probably going to have to play through several times. Just be able to get all that stuff. But for now, we still need the studs, so it's fine. So yeah, any studs we can get for now are good. Alright, so I don't think there's any mini-kits in here, but there are studs available. I don't know why it didn't work when I was in front of it. Yeah, grab them studs. Also, another fun thing with this game, there are no purple studs in this game. You know, the 10,000 point studs? They were not in this game. They did not appear until LEGO Star Wars 2, and that was only in challenge mode. They didn't appear in actual open world, I think, until either Complete Saga, so like Complete Story, whatever it was called, or they might not have even been until Indiana Jones were like actually out and about in the world. So there is actually an interesting achievement on the PS2 version of this game that requires you to open a door as either TC-14 or C-3PO when they have like no health left. So they're down to their final hit point, so they're like completely broken apart and only like hopping on one leg with no arms. Which is an interesting achievement because it's actually very, very easy to do. Again, like, we're playing the harder version of this game in terms of the achievements. Because that's one of like 2 or 3 miscellaneous achievements in that game. There's a couple of achievements for dying as certain characters, which is super, super easy, of course. And then there's a miscellaneous achievement in that game for, I think you have to use General Grievous with the Brooms ability, the special secret ability that you get, the extra. If I remember correctly. And if you do that, you can get the last one, like you have to have all 4 arms come out as brooms, which is definitely the kind of thing I would expect to see on an achievement list. Whereas with this one, you have a couple of level-specific trophies, because you have the one on this level, which is the hardest one in the game, probably. And then there's another one on the first mission of the second movie, I believe it is. I don't think it's gonna be hard. Oh,
Roger, roger.
I forgot about that! You can actually make him, like, try to call in reinforcements. They don't actually do anything. I completely forgot about that. Oh, that is such a throwback. I completely forgot about that. That's one of my dad's favorite lines from the movies. Is just the droids being like, Roger, 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 roger. And I have no idea where that drone just went off to. Cheeto dust! I love bathing in Cheeto dust. I love bathing in white Cheeto dust. Aren't there like white cheese puffs or something? I love bathing in that. I love bathing in smoke. That totally is gonna help me with like something, probably like my complexion or acne or something. I don't know. Okay, that did nothing. And that opens up some kind of path. What does that do? Oh, okay. So that does that. That still doesn't do anything. Is jumping on that and... Okay, good. He does force it. And he get there. Perfect. But I think there's something else here that we can do. Yeah, I feel like we can do something that great up there. Yes, we can. Ooh, okay. Almost died. I think this is a... Yes, it is. I remember this game somewhat well, so that's good. I don't know what that actually did. Aha. There we go, Jar Jar. Let's go. Another mini kit collected. So yeah, we may not want to attempt this one particular achievement until we have invincibility unlocked. Probably would make it a little bit easier, but it shouldn't be required. I don't see it being required, so I might like give it one attempt and just see what happens, and just get sort of a feel for it. It's like you can dodge those studs, obviously, and as long as you don't open anything, that's obviously going to save you a number of studs. You got this room in here. You can dodge those, do that, but then you collect one by accident. So yeah, this one might end up being slightly annoying. Invincibility. It'll lock you out of one of the achievements, but it won't lock you out of that one. Surprisingly. Like, it doesn't lock you out of that one particular one that I'm worried about. In fact, whoever wrote a guide for it said, like, you can do it that way, but that it isn't required to be able to do it. But yeah, there is a different achievement that it does lock you out of, so... The best thing about that one, though, is that it's literally like the first mission of the game, so if anything went, like, horribly wrong with it, it's literally the first mission of the game, so there's, like, no actual threat. Easy peasy. The puzzles in this game are quite easy compared to, of course, later LEGO games. They put more effort into some of them. But we'll take any studs that we can get, and we'll get a 50,000 stud bonus here at the end. The last one's up there. I don't really remember how to get to it. But yeah, we're allowed to do that one with it. We just aren't allowed to do some of the other stuff with it. We're at least gonna try and see. We'll probably give it like one try tonight and just see what happens. Although I'm not sure if it has to be done in... It might have to be done in story mode, actually. Which would be slightly annoying. Just because that means you have to watch the... That's probably it. Like, you have to watch the cutscenes. That probably makes it a little bit more annoying. Yeah, I have no idea what that just did. Oh, okay. It makes it so it actually goes to it. Okay. That's gonna be it for this level. There it is! Negotiations failed. 100% completed. You actually... Oh no, you can't kill these with blasters in this game. I think you could in later games, but not in this one. Ow. What's my next LEGO Platinum? In terms of actual Platinum, I don't know. I'm obviously playing this one for now, and this is one that I might double master on my own. Like, do the PS2 version at some point on my own, because again, the PS2 version's easier. But I would not stream this one again, just simply because it would be the exact same thing with almost the exact same set of achievements. The only difference being a couple of the miscellaneous ones being changed out, so I would not stream this one on the PS2 version. There'd be no point of that. Yeah, I don't know how you dodge those stuns, though. I don't even need to do that, though. Droids! Die! Quintuple kill, or sextuple kill, whatever that is. Grandma. This next LEGO game. It's getting PSN trophies. No, this one's not. But, like, there's a PS2... On Retro Achievements, this game has both a PS2 and a Gamecube version. And they each have separate achievement lists. So, like, different requirements for them. The PS2 version has a slightly easier list because it doesn't have any, like, level-specific trophies, I don't believe. They're all either just, like, generalized or level-specific, or, like, finishing all the levels and stuff. Invasion of Naboo. Sure, why not? It gives you the characters you need, so it's fine. We might actually have Episode 1 100% done pretty soon. Well, I don't know. I might not play the entirety of Episode 1 100% tonight. So I kind of want to move on to Episode 2. There's a lot more to see with this game, so... That's not actually how you're supposed to do this, but I'll take it. Only missing 3 more, and I think I know where all of them are. Okay, destroy that. 67 LEGO games, 100% on PSN, and only 3 that are missing trophies. LEGO Star Wars 1, yep. LEGO Batman 1, and Indiana Jones 1. And I guess we'll see if those ever get them, like... I'm honestly kind of surprised that none of those have gotten them yet, with LEGO Star Wars 2 randomly getting them. But of course, the way the trophy system works with all this makes absolutely no sense. Because, like, they'll go, you know, 8 or 9 months sometimes, and then randomly add trophies like they did with Thrillville, but not add them for Thrillville off the rails. But at the same time... you'll add, like, for random LEGO games there after many, many months, or even like a full year, so none of it makes any sense. So yeah, I don't know what's going through their heads on a lot of this stuff, honestly. None of it makes any sense. Yeah, Jar Jar is actually not a bad character in this particular game just because of his high jump being so useful this time around compared to some of the later games. Even if you can exploit some of it. Sorry, Jar Jar. Actually, I'm not sorry. I think there's actually an achievement on the Xbox 360 version of LEGO Star Wars 2 for killing Jar Jar a bunch of times. It's on one of the Xbox versions that doesn't have a PlayStation version. Wouldn't count Complete Saga since it's combined. Yeah, but it technically has an achievement list on Xbox. So we're at, yeah, 7 out of 10. Okay. So then there's one right here. Or not right there, but coming up here in a second. Ow. Alright, Anakin, go through the hole. That's 8. You think we'll get LEGO games, getting trophies from the PSP. I'm not sure how many more there are, though, that could have that happen. Because I'm not sure exactly which ones came out on PSP. feel like there might not actually be one back there. Yeah, there may not be one here. Is there seriously not one back here? Ooh, then I don't know where the other two are, actually. Over across. Okay. I wonder if I missed something somewhere. So I feel like there's not any more in... Oh, wait. I think I know where maybe one more is? Not sure about two more. Yeah, I don't know where the other ones are then. They gotta all be in the final area, but I can't really remember them being in that area. Let's see, go down that. Yo, I'm missing two, and I don't know where they could possibly be at. There's probably one in this area. I'm sure there's one in this area. Or not. Huh. Back in the temporary thing. I don't know where I could have missed one at. Okay, well I guess we'll come back here later because I legitimately have no idea where I could have missed him at. War is a 1.84 or 1.83%. Dang, it's still getting rare, which is insane. So yeah, I don't actually know where the other two are, which is really embarrassing. You would think I would know that. Alright, 4's done. We'll do one more cleanup level, then we'll go into episode 2. Yeah, we'll do one more cleanup level, then we'll go into episode 2. We'll come back to that other one later once I figure out exactly what I'm missing. I'm sure it's something stupid, but I don't remember the locations of everything in this game, so... Like, there's one right there already. I don't actually remember how to get to that one. I'm assuming that maybe destroying these gives me some kind of force thing. Nope. There must be, like, something else I can hit up here, then. Yeah, it's getting rare. I mean, I'm all for it, though, because that's going to be good for me. Ah, there we go. That's what we have to do. Yeah, I'm all for it, because it means I get another super-duper ultra-rare platinum. Even if it's one that isn't necessarily as hard as people make it out to be. Oh, wait, that's my droid. Never mind. Well, it shouldn't look like a droid if it doesn't want to get shot. That could probably be taken out of context in a bad way.
Roger, roger.
No, not that. I mean, all the Call of Duty games, just like the older ones, just constantly get rarer. People are playing the new ones. Even though Call of Duty's probably cooked at this point, with how well Battlefield 6 looks like it's gonna do. I feel like Black Ops 7's kinda cooked at this point. I don't see him being able to do anything on the level of Battlefield 6 from what I've been seeing in the beta. I mean, yeah, I'm not the biggest Battlefield fan in the world, but I've done all the numbered Battlefield games up to this point, except technically for 2042, because I don't know if that really counts, but at the same time, it's sure as hell not going to happen. Can I not? I could have sworn you could destroy this picture and get something. Maybe not. Wolfenstein's a 1.52. And that really sucks, because that's actually a more challenging platinum than a Call of Duty game by a lot. Because they're pretty fun to use, that's for sure, but then nothing else in there, so just takes you between rooms, so nothing we can use there. Okay, the ledge, there's one we can activate here, though. There's something we can do here. Man, these Palace Guards were disaffected back in the original, or the prequel trilogy. They could have actually done something. Yeah, that is just insane about Wolfenstein, though. That sucks at how common it's become. It makes it, like, way less worthwhile in terms of actually, like, platinuming. If it's becoming that common. Because, again, there's Call of Duty games that are rare, that are so much easier. Is that 7? Yep. Alright, so that just drops you down, so there's nothing else down there. So we've gotten everything in the first area. There's only 3 left. I know where at least one of them is. Keep getting rare. I don't see it becoming common. Yeah, with the Momback Trophy and with the, that one online mode. Even if it is boostable, a lot of people out there are not going to go to the trouble of boosting. Oh, I actually shot the lock over there by accident. Which is fine, it's not a big deal. Go over there later anyway. Because we're not even having to get, like, red bricks or anything. It's just so weird how few collectibles there are in this game. Alright, so now, gonna hover over there as R2. You cannot attack me. I am your master. I am your Dark Force master. He's like not doing any damage whatsoever. Thank you. And that's going to be number 8. I know where at least one more of them are. Blast and blast. Decided to do like a Dragon Next, not too difficult, except 3 tough trophies, but they aren't that bad. Like one for not falling asleep while watching all the movies in the movie theater. That's a very random idea for a trophy, but I actually like the idea of it. Definitely fitting for a trophy. Thing is, the majority of the player base played on PS4s, and it's just like COD goes, both games got released the same year, same gen, yeah. Alright, thanks for stopping by, TJ. The VOD will be up at some point tomorrow, so it'll all be here if any more good progress gets made. And at this point, right now, it's a lot of cleanup. And once we clean up this level, I will probably go ahead and jump into the next area, the next movie. Actually start making some progress there. Alright, jump to that. And we have a hatch to go through, so where's that going to take me? Is that mini-kit number 9? It is. And some studs. Let's go. And what's this over here? Where the last one is? Actually not sure where the last one is. actually up there, if I remember correctly. I think it's actually up here. Like, we have to hover over to it. I feel like I remember this being a thing. It's exactly the kind of place you would expect to hide one, but apparently it is not. I'm trying to think of what else is in this level where they can hide one. We're getting a lot of studs, which is good. More PS4 is guaranteed to get rarer for sure. God Ghost on the PS4 will become rarer. I would assume it will, but honestly, I feel like sometimes just trophy stuff makes like no sense at this point. Okay, so all that does is take us back up, but that's how we came in, isn't it? Okay, so that is how we came in through there, so we've already been on that ledge up there, because I remember going up there before. Probably don't even need to build those, actually, to build that up. Thankfully, they don't all have to be done in a row. It gets more difficult later. With later movies, you have to do QTEs. Oh, that's... You know, that's actually kind of an interesting idea. I'll admit it. I'll give them credit. That's a little bit more creative than some games. I'm not sure... Where could they have hidden another one? Where they could have put another one here, but I can't really think of anywhere off the top of my head. Because yeah, you hit this switch, and it cleans those out, or at least that one. And that gives you a blue stud, but... And those you can use to build, like, a platform up to there, but I already did that one, so that's not it. And that was where one of them was. It's not on top of this, is it? No, that's not either. Is there, like, a secret switch here that I'm missing? That's probably what it is. That opens up the next area, so I can't remember if that's how we finished the level or not. Grab that blue stud, that's for sure. We definitely want that. For those two games, it does make sense. Oh, and speaking of interesting trophies and achievements that I've recently seen, I don't know how many of you guys saw it, but Hellblade 2 is now coming to PlayStation, of course, which I feel like we knew was going to happen, but... Wow, okay, so that was a story canister that I actually missed. Or could have gotten during the story, okay. That's an achievement, let's go! But, like, Hellblade 2 is coming to PlayStation. And it has a permadeath achievement trophy that was not in the original Xbox version, but it got patched into the Xbox version as a, like, DLC achievement. You have to finish the entire Hellblade 2 on the permadeath mode. It's not 100% permadeath. It's like you're allowed to die, I think, 3 times total with the way it's designed. Because Drez was talking about it online, and yeah, that's a thing that exists. So that should be interesting for anyone who wants to go suffer through that. I sure as hell don't, because I really did not like the first one. I had a lot of problems with the first one, honestly. So I will not be playing the second one. Especially not with that trophy in it. 447,000 studs. Let's go. Let's go to attack the clones. This room looks pretty similar. There's nothing super special in here, just a jukebox. Oh, I'm not a Force character, so I can't do anything with it. That's unfortunate. So this one only has 5 levels, because for those who don't know, the Complete Saga actually added a level to this. It was the bounty hunter chase against Zam, whatever her name is. And it's a vehicle mission, but yeah, they added that in the Complete Saga. It was not here originally, so it's literally just the Camino level, then this is the Droid Factory, then the giant battle on Geonosis in the Jedi Arena, then the vehicle level, and then the boss fight level. So this is by far like the shortest movie in like any of these games. So we might actually be able to get through it tonight, because really only Droid Factory takes more than like 5 to 10 minutes, I think. Well, Camino takes a little bit of time, but it's also pretty fun, so... I'll be right back, though. I gotta go use the bathroom, so I'll be right back, and we will continue on. Hopefully we finish episode 2 tonight. Alright, much better. Did you hear about the Rambo series is getting a prequel film? Okay, very cool. Stallone allowed one specific dude to play the young version of him. Okay. That could be pretty good then. Could be. Hopefully it will be. I hope it's good too then. But I also heard that apparently in the LEGO universe, they canceled a LEGO, like, Disney Skywalker Saga. So, like, it would have been like Skywalker Saga, but for Disney stuff. And they supposedly canceled it. And now, supposedly, the focus is a LEGO Batman Skywalker Saga type game. Which is an interesting choice. Not that I'm against it, but definitely not what I would have expected. But I've been hearing that rumor as of recently, so I don't know how true that is or not. Which, that would be an interesting idea, because, I mean, we've done so many superhero games at this point, they've got that formula down pretty well. But I guess we will see. So what does that do? I can't jump to that, because I'm not Jar Jar. Of course I'm not. Lego Batman Skywalker Saga. Yeah, supposedly it's going to be like a big collection of just Batman stuff, I guess. I don't entirely know. I heard the rumors very recently, so I don't know how true it is. Okay, that one... Can he even do anything about that? I feel like there needs to be a... Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, is that simple? This level also has one of the best secrets in the entire game, arguably the best secret in the game when we eventually get to that, so that's always fun. So I don't know if it would be like all of the Dark Knight movies, plus like the new Batman movies in the DC universe, plus like the old Batman movies or something. I don't know what they would do with that. But they'd only be able to have, like, one actual open world. It would have to be, like, one absolutely ginormous version of Gotham City is, like, the only way they could do an open world. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Can't remember if I actually have to take this thing all the way around or not. Sweep, sweep, sweep. We're sweeping. We're sweeping. This is gameplay. This is gameplay. We's a sweeping. We is a sweeping. We is a doing a sweeping. I'm sure that a sweeping simulator could do relatively well with how well Power Wash Simulator did at this point. Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Alright, did we get anything for that? A bunch of studs, and that's it. Okay, so that was basically pointless. I mean, it might get me the stud meter filled out, which is good, but it's not overly critical. That's the way we came in. Okay, so basically nothing here. So yeah, these super small levels. How much you want to bet it's just going to be every Batman movie with every character? I could see that for sure. First you play as Adam West Batman, then Val Kilmer, then Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, James Pattinson. I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to do it that way, but I would hope they'd do something creative with it. It's definitely a choice. Definitely not what I would have thought for the next LEGO game, given that we literally haven't had one in, like, 4 years at this point. Because when did Skywalker come out? Like, 2022? I think it was 20... or was it 2021? It might have been 2021. Oh, it's been a while. Okay, so we do that. We learn how the clones are made. Even add the absolute dog shit George Clooney Batman. They might. Or they might add it as a character. And I'm still mad that they... well, not mad, but I'm still just disappointed that they didn't do more with the Skywalker Saga, with adding in the other content. Like, they added in character packs, sure, but they didn't do, like, any sort of level... okay, we can't do anything with that. Any sort of level packs with any of the other, Star Wars content, because they had so much they could have done. They had 2 spin-off movies and, like, 4 different spin-off TV shows that they could have done. They just didn't, and it's really sad that they didn't. Hey, Drez! How's that Dark Rot mode going for you? We're all curious to know how it's going to be when playing it legitimately, without save scumming. I think everyone here is going to be curious to hear about that one, because you're the only one that's, masochistic enough to go for it in that way. I mean, they did a lot with Skywalker Saga, but they could have... I wish they had done more, because we just haven't gotten a true LEGO game since then. Like, I know we got technically other LEGO-type games, but just not one like that. Uh-oh. Droids! Yeah, Drez, we're all going to be curious to hear how that goes with a permadeath in a game that probably shouldn't have a permadeath. I will be very curious to hear more about that, and to see if PowerPix actually had it right with calling it a 7 out of 10, even with save scumming. Because that I find very, very surprising. Haven't started yet. Friend needed help with Modern Warfare 2022. Oh, fair enough, yep. Yeah, I still need to go do that at some point, unfortunately. Do it a second time now. And I'm still kind of holding out and hoping that they make it possible to auto-pop, but if I don't have to do veteran again, that's a huge chunk of time out of the way. So, I mean, I'm not worried about it having to do it that way, but I would rather not have to do the co-op again. Because I didn't have the best co-op experiences with that game. They weren't the worst ones I had, but they were not the better ones that I've had. Get a Lego Harry Potter game with Skyward Sword thing. I mean, that's what I would have expected first. I would have expected one for Harry Potter before Batman, if that's actually true. If that ends up actually being true. I would have expected that long before Batman. 170 gigabytes. Oh yeah, that is a lot. I don't know how much my stuff takes up at this point because I just have that and the COD HQ installed for it, but I'm sure it's taking up most of my hard drive at this point. Currently doing Don't Touch the Deck on Vet. That one's pretty hard to do on Veteran, I remember, just the way it's designed. It's super easy to do on, like, the lower difficulties, so... I know that that's one that I ended up doing on the lower difficulties. Okay, so now we get one of the best secrets in the entire game. It is an absolute classic. And in fact, we are going to turn on the music. We gotta get that music on. I might just leave the music on and edit out the copyrighted music or something. Because the music just makes the game more fun. Uh-oh. Thing actually cleared on us. They don't play the music! I have the music turned on and they don't actually do the music! What? That's like the best Easter egg in the game and it doesn't work! That's literally like the best Easter egg in the game and the music doesn't work. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, that sucks. That's like the best Easter egg in the game, the disco room. And they can't even make that work on this version. That sucks. Oh, no. Well, that's really unfortunate. I would have liked to have been able to listen to Star Wars disco music. Can we do it again now? Come into the room. Let's try it again and see what happens. There it goes. Triple backflip. Obi-Wan can do a triple backflip. Absolute classic Easter egg. Absolutely love it. I'm popping it all. Fair enough. Like Indiana Jones game. I could see... Yeah, it might be too controversial these days, but it would still be cool. Forward moonwalk. Triple backflip onto the toilet bowl. It literally looks like a toilet, even though it's a speaker. It looks like a toilet. Yeah, still one of the best Easter eggs in the game. Absolutely love it, even to this day. Absolute classic moment. Let's keep going. We're going to Hellblade have 1 to 2 hits of leeway before death. Oh god, if it's anything like the first one, then that's going to be terrible. Because I did not like the first game. As you guys that have been around for a lot longer might remember, I did not like the first Hellblade. I had a lot of problems with it. He flat out said, don't attempt without save scumming. Yeah, that might actually... I think I remember, maybe I saw the post but didn't get a chance to really look at it. when I was at work, but... yeah, he doesn't usually say that, so... so is it actually going to be that bad is going to be the real question. First film to cause movies to have PG-13 rating. I thought it was Red Dawn that was the first one to have a PG-13 rating. I could have sworn it was Red Dawn was the first one, but you might be right, I don't know, but I could have sworn it was Red Dawn. Like the 1983 Red Dawn or 1984 Red Dawn, whatever year it came out. I could have sworn it was that one that was the first PG-13. Plenty of studs on this level, which is great. We're gonna need them. It says 7 to 8 with save scumming, so a 10 out of 10 without. I don't know if that could... because again, Wolfenstein 2 is considered a 10 out of 10 by most guides. Even if a lot of people out there seem to say that it's not necessarily a 10 out of 10. And that's why it's gotten so common nowadays. I don't know about that. It's like... the thing with me with permadeath is not as much the difficulty of the idea of it, it's just the knowledge that if I die, I have to go back to the beginning. And I tend to get nervous on stuff like that. Is more the problem than anything else. It's more my own issues than anything else. So was that in Gremlins? I could have sworn it was Red Dawn. I guess not, though. Snam did Wolf 2's second try and called it a 6 or a 7. Well, that's also Snam, but at the same time, it does seem like most people are agreeing that it's not a 10 out of 10. Which is why I now have a lot less interest in actually going for it. Because it's a game with a... permadeath is going to piss me the hell off if I go for it, even if it's not as hard as people initially thought it was. But if it's not even that rare of a platinum anymore is the big thing. It's like, it's what, a 1.5% or something like that? I have at least 3 Call of Duty games that are rarer than that. So I'd rather just do another Call of Duty game that's going to be that rare at this point. Because it's a franchise and I'm more comfortable with. He did only 1 skip and have stick drift still. Okay, yeah, the stick drift could make things more difficult, that's for sure. Yeah, for me it's like, if it's going to be that common nowadays, I don't know if I would want to do it for a milestone. I don't feel like that's going to be that great of a 1000th platinum at this point, if it's going to be that common now. Those films can... oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Because I know Red Dawn was one of the first, is something that I always remembered. Okay, so we have a chance to earn an achievement here. I'm not sure if we can do it in story mode. We might have to do it in free play. We have to defeat Django without using any turrets. And that's the little achievement symbol in the bottom. Okay, we got a hit. Let's see if we can actually do this. It doesn't matter if we die, death is fine in this. Unexpected. This might actually be possible, because now he's going to shoot rockets at us. So yeah, let the gunship go off. He's going to eventually shoot a rocket at me, I think. Or is that the next phase? Nope, it's the next phase, okay. Yeah, I can just block the shot, so... there's probably a fair number of people that always hit the fight this way. Just going and dealing with the turrets and stuff is honestly kind of a waste of time, because you can just use the missiles on back on it, so... Yeah, this is going to be a super easy miscellaneous achievement, actually. Yeah, this isn't going to be hard at all. Wow. It's not hard at all. Dang. Compared to the other miscellaneous achievement, that one's easy. Wow. Okay. You know what? That's super easy. Temple of Doom was in May, Gremlins in June, and Red Dawn was August. Oh, okay, gotcha. Am I doing hardcore? Absolutely going hardcore. I ain't no pussy. Most of the time. I ain't doing no softcore completion on this game. Especially not for a LEGO game, because there's only one achievement that's even remotely difficult in this game. The rest of it's just a grind. Alright, so yeah, that was actually really easy for a miscellaneous achievement. Plus the story one. 20 out of 56 characters is good. Super kit piece done. Now, there might be future games where I consider going softcore on, but not this one. This one's too easy for considering that. Again, like one potentially challenging trophy or achievement, and the rest of it's honestly not that much to worry about. There's not checkpoints in fights. Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty terrible then. Well, again, like, I'm not going to play Hellblade 2 because I really did not like the original. I had a lot of problems playing through it. I had bugged trophies and stuff going through it. Or just like a bugged collectible or something, so I had to do a whole second playthrough because of it. So I have no intention of playing the second one ever because I just don't have any real interest in it. Or if I did, maybe on a second account or something. Can't wait to see how the Raiders of the Lost Ark set's going to look with the second copy. I'm sure it's going to look awesome. Saw someone made one with 4 copies and it was fairly huge. It should be with that many pieces. Apparently they added more enemies. Oh, okay then. Some encounters lasted several minutes. Did for easy gamer score. Joke's on you. Yeah, if they added more enemies, then... And I guess, technically, I could still do the new version of the original Hellblade. Because there is a new version of it, and it's easy enough. If I ever get, like, bored and want to play it at some point. It's not high on priority list, though, because, again, I really did not like the original. I had a lot of problems playing it. Because, like, one of the collectibles didn't save, so I ended up having to do a whole second playthrough of the game. And it was something that isn't, like, a common bug by any means. Okay, I think I have to light all of these lights in here for something, but first, go back to the beginning and see if there's anything back here. Oh, yeah, there is. This totally seems like it would have something, but I think the lights go out too quickly for it to have anything. Yeah, they go out quickly. Geonosians! I just murdered one of them. I mean, I murdered like 20 of them, but it's okay. Haven't seen anyone talk about doing it legit. Yeah, I think you're going to be the only one that does it legit, if we're being honest. Okay, so we need a short character for that. Can't do anything with that. I mean, Snam maybe would do something like that. I could see him being the kind of person that would do something like that legitimate. People that have a bit of a tendency to do things like that. I certainly don't, though. I'm one of those people that if I can make a trophy easier... and it's not like a Fallout trophy, I would probably do so. If it's not a series that I absolutely love, I would probably look to making it easier. Okay, we do not have R2-D2 here, so we can't do anything about that. Oops. I just got my head squished. There's little R2. Alright, R2, go on back. Ooh, that was close. See what this does. I don't know if it does anything. Do the first one, not touching the second one. So that stops everything, so I guess that's all that does. So R2 being there just helps with the replay. I remember this is kind of a weirdly designed level, if I remember correctly. If it doesn't work, you can definitely make an alternative with the second set where you can make the map room. That would actually be kind of cool, because I feel like that's not something that most people have made out there. So yeah, I think this is the longest level. Alright, so warp that around. Padme, you're gonna have to go up there. And then we need an R2, okay? That's not going to happen anytime today, so we will do that on free play. See, episode 2 is pretty short. Episode 3's got a couple of longer levels, though. Actually, episode 3 is, like, probably longer than the first 2 movies combined, if I remember correctly. Because, like, after you get through the vehicle mission, you have the whole Rescue the Chancellor mission is somewhat long. Then you have the... No, the third one's just the General Grievous fight. That one's not super long. Fourth mission is insanely long, and fifth mission is actually fairly long as well. Sixth mission's pretty short because that's the final boss fight. Alright, get in the burning bucket. Get in the bucket. Into the bucket. It's like one of 4 people who did Callisto legit. I still can't believe you would do that one legit, because I watched when all the shinies played it, and he kept getting screwed over by, like, completely bullshit instant kill stuff that, like, there was just no way really to avoid. Or very difficult to avoid. Very random. Did the same, been like a year and a half since you even touched Hellblade. You can't always take the easy way out. Yeah, for me, for most games, I will take the easy way out, though not all of them. Like Fallout, I've done so many sadistic challenge runs at this point of Fallout that I would be pretty confident in any sort of Fallout achievements. If they remake Fallout 3 and do something more difficult. You know what would be hilarious and amazing? If, when we eventually get a Fallout 3 remake or remaster, if they would put an achievement in the game... I can just launch, okay. If they would put one in the game for, after escaping Vault 101, complete the game on the hardest difficulty using only the toy knife. Because it's something that I actually did. Because it's actually something that I actually did back in the day. That was an old challenge run. Like, I've done the game toy knife only twice. I did it once, just in general to see if it was actually possible at all, and then a second time later on the hardest difficulty, and it is actually possible. So I would love to see him put something like that in for Fallout 3 when it gets remastered someday. Look better since the film had it. 4 new statues, while in the set has 2, so you had another 2 from the second set. Okay. Have 90 hours in Callisto, that's a lot. Why am I playing the game on Dolphin but not Complete Saga? Because Complete Saga does not have a trophy list or anything. I mean, I assume it has an achievement list on here if I wanted to go for it, but it does not have a trophy list. And at the same time, this is one of my all-time favorite video games that I ever played. This one means a lot to me from my own personal history of gaming, so I'm playing this one. Just do it the intended way, which just happens to be the hard way. Trophy isn't stupidly hard or grindy, then do it legitimately. Tried glitching one time recently, turns out the glitch is PlayStation exclusive. Oh, that sucks. Oh no, you're good, man. Just, with this one, it's just retro achievements, just playing the classic, original LEGO Star Wars game that I love, that I grew up on. But yes, Complete Saga surprisingly never got a trophy list, which is definitely a little strange that it never did, but I guess it was too early on in the PlayStation 3's life cycle for it. That's my guess. I think it has a retro achievement list. I'm sure it does, actually. I'm absolutely 100% sure it does. I just don't know anything about it. That seems suspicious. Okay, so I'm not sure if we can actually clear this room up here yet. We're gonna try. Have I 100%ed this game before? Oh yeah, I have 100%ed this particular game many times in the past, like at least 3 or 4 times over the years. I played this one so many times over the years. Like, LEGO Star Wars 2, I had never 100%ed purely because I didn't have a working disc. So doing it on PS4, PS5 was the first time I actually could finish it. Complete Saga, I never 100%ed. Never bothered with that. And Skywalker Saga, I've now 100%ed twice, actually. Gotten all the trophies in it 2 different times. Which I'm still proud of, because I actually enjoyed it. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for the Neighborhoodville XP glitch Illusion did does not work on Xbox. Okay, well that sucks. I know my way through the LEGO games. For the most part, yes. Like, I don't know all of them. There are certain ones that I've never been as big into playing. Like, I'm not big into a lot of the superhero ones, but I love the Star Wars ones. Jurassic World was fun. So, like, there's certain ones that I like more than others, but yeah, I know my way through, like, the Star Wars ones for the most part. Oh, we can't jump high enough. I bet there's a way to glitch your way up there if you really, really wanted to, but it's fine. We'll come back here later because we got to go back to almost every level anyway. That's an R2-D2 point, isn't it? Yep. Video's done, so definitely excited to get that one uploaded soon. That'll be uploaded in the next couple of days. Video's done completely. I just have to make a thumbnail, and once that's done, it goes up. So I'm super excited for that one. Easy mini kit there. Protocol droid panel. Did 100% the complete saga on Xbox One, but stuck in 99.4 because you couldn't do the super story. So, like, the thing for me, that actually reminds me, with LEGO Star Wars 2, was that I could never fully finish the super story of LEGO Star Wars 2 on the PS2, simply because I had a disc that was broken and would always freeze at the exact same place in Episode 6. So I could do everything but Episode 6. so I never actually finished it back on the original. But I got to finish it here on PlayStation, which I'm super happy about. It was a great time. Okay, is there something here? Ah, yep, mini kit that we can't get. We need Jar Jar or someone to hit that. Alright, we're at the end of the level. Just block attacks here. Now you're interested to see this glitch. Didn't watch him, don't like his content. We heard he did a game like that. 24 hours and 34 hours. I had to see. Yeah, I gotcha. Because he had like one of the fastest times on it. And like, there were people at one point that were saying like that he pays people to do his games and stuff. But like, if you look at his accounts, they're all legitimate. He's just like I was in college with not having anything else to do in life. And just having all the time in the world of platinum games. That's how I was, like, back in college and stuff. Or, like, during the early time of COVID, when I wasn't doing anything else. So, they're all legitimate. He edits pretty quickly, but he does a pretty much minimal amount of editing compared to what I do. Because he only just does, like, one line of dialogue for each individual trophy that he gets. Alright, we got an achievement, let's go! Locally sourced, locally made, let's go. Almost one full row of characters done. One full row of characters done, let's go. Let's go, super kit pieces done, let's roll. 500,000 studs, I like it, I like it. He is the fast achiever, okay. I couldn't remember which one he did that on, though. Recently, 100% Lego Batman 1 and 2. Never did Lego Batman 2, but Lego Batman 1, that's pretty good, because that one's got, like, one or two, like, really annoying levels for collectibles, if I remember correctly. Because I never 100%ed it back in the day, like, early PS3. I got close, but never really bothered to, because by that point I started playing other stuff. Just don't like him. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, like, we say that his content is, like, the fast food, the McDonald's of, like, trophy hunting, if that makes any sense. Because it comes out constantly, it's about the same quality every time, though the games that he plays differs. And it's like at the same time, I don't know what I was going to really say with it, but it's like, it's a lot of quantity over quality, I guess is the word I would say. Yeah, I did one of the Lego Batman 2 versions, but I just don't really remember it that well. This has been a while. Random memes and a joke. And yeah, he uses the same, like, 10 different memes as well, but, like, the Mafia video was pretty good. Mafia video was pretty entertaining. Whereas for me, I mostly, when I put in memes and stuff, I try to do, like, different ones in every video. Alright, we're through the longest 2 levels of this particular movie, so we should be able to finish this movie tonight. Why am I playing the Gamecube version? Because but not PS2. I don't have a PS2 emulator yet. I will at some point in the future, but I just don't have it working yet. And 2, personally looking at the achievement list, I think that this list is harder. Like, I think that this particular list for GameCube is actually harder than the PS2, because it has a couple of level-specific trophies, whereas all the GameCube, or the PS2 ones are just, like, general trophies, whereas this one actually has some level-specific ones and stuff. So I think this version's actually a little bit harder. Like, not much harder, but just like a little bit harder. I got half a liter of water left to chug down, so... Sparkling water, of course. Lego Star Wars 3, yeah, this is the prologue. That's actually kind of cool, though. It doesn't do trophies, but Sam has to be your favorite hunter. Use a PCX2. Yeah, that's the one that I've looked at. I've got it downloaded, but I just haven't really looked into it beyond that yet. I've been busy focusing on getting the Dolphin emulator working. Once I know for a fact that this one's working, which it is, I can start looking more into a PS2 one. But yeah, like with this particular game, the GameCube version's harder. From what I can tell, the GameCube version's definitely harder in this one. So again, the PS2 version has no mission-specific trophies. Every achievement in it is like completion-based and a couple of like random character things. Whereas this one actually requires you to do like level-specific stuff, even if it's easy. So it's definitely the harder version. Even though it's not actually the version I grew up with, because I actually grew up with the PS2 version, technically. Okay, we can't get that without a second Jedi, so we'll get that later. What's my plan for this 100%? I'm gonna play through the game, like all the actual movies, and like get all the character types I need unlocked, which I actually do have now. So yeah, just play through all the movies, and then go back and replay the levels as needed for the miscellaneous collectibles and stuff. We finished several of the levels in the first movie, no problem. But there's a couple that I didn't quite finish. There was one where I just couldn't figure out where a couple of the collectibles were. They're probably obvious, but I'm just stupid, so... It'll probably take like 3 streams to finish this game if I had to guess. It's like this stream heavily... Wow, those are not creatively placed. Mace Windu, we need you here. You're the only one that can use Force to get Anakin down. Now, what about Obi-Wan? Get back to X-Men Legends, Retro Achievements, with Splitgate took over. I forgot the name of the guy who's in a lot of LEGO class, but does super obvious fake reactions. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of like LEGO Platinum type videos. I'll watch them if, like, one of the channels that I normally follow decides to do a LEGO game, but... Like, the LEGO Star Wars 2 video I did pretty well. Which I'm happy about, because I put a good bit of effort into that one, and, I mean, it was a very fun platinum. It was a very nice thing to do with that point in time, if that makes any sense. I was in a very stressful place there. I mean, I'm still in a very stressful place at this point, given that I got screwed over with my location of where I'm going to be working at, so got completely fucked over and lied to yet again, but I don't feel like going into that tonight. We'll go into that on Friday. Yeah, we'll go into that one on Friday. Or that's if I stream on Friday. I don't know, because my dad's going to be here, so I might just end up... He's probably going to want to play my VR a little bit, because he hasn't gotten to do that in a while. And he actually had fun with it. It was pretty entertaining if I can get him to... Oh, I don't know if I can really record that, because I don't know if that really even works. When people thought Nick AR faked him raging. They actually thought that? Really? I never thought that he faked anything. I always felt like he was completely legit on his rage. Because I rage over stupid shit constantly. I mean, I don't think I've ever been accused of faking my rage, but... I mean, I rage over stupid shit all the time. Being honest. That's a Dark Force panel. There's nothing we can do about that. Even if we build that, it's not going to help because it's too high. Well, there's not even anything up there. What the hell? What's the point of building that? There's not even anything up there. Okay, that's weird. Funny how Star Wars always makes blue lightsaber good, red lightsaber bad. Green is also good, and Samuel Jackson comes in with purple. Yeah, the purple's the rare color, apparently. And then Ray comes in at the end of the sequel trilogy with a fucking yellow lightsaber for some reason, because that makes sense. Yeah, she literally comes in with like a random yellow lightsaber in the final scene. And then I'm Ray Skywalker, because someone told me I could use that name. No, you can't, you stupid bitch. Your movie sucked. Force Awakens was okay, but Last Jedi was terrible, and Rise of Skywalker was an abomination. Now we actually have to find the targets we have to kill, which should take a while because you never know where they might actually be at. Ooh, you know what? Mace Windu's with us, so we can actually knock this one out here. Potentially, if Mace Windu's here. Mace Windu, help! Okay, you know what? Go away. There we go, that's 6? Yeah, that's 6. Don't really rage anymore, try to Sam's approach to it. I try not to rage, but honestly, it just sometimes happens. I don't have any excuse for it, it just constantly happens. Okay, so what am I supposed to do here? I probably need Jar Jar for that. Yeah, I just need Jar Jar for that, so... 2 that need Jar Jar, that's fine. I just get constantly angry at a lot of stuff. I probably have anger management problems, but it is what it is. It doesn't come out when I'm actually at, like, work and stuff. It just comes out when I play stressful games and I'm trying to relax. Alright, so we know where 2 of the mini-kits are. Oh, wait. Okay, so yeah, that's a short... Okay, so we need a short character for that one, plus the 2 that we know where they are. Don't know where the last one is. Probably wherever that ledge was that we were trying to build. So, probably can't do it yet, which is totally fine. This mission is a giant cluster, and it's kind of hilarious. Like, this mission is a giant cluster, which is like how close everyone is together fighting. And it's an awesome mission, don't get me wrong. It's like one of the most fun missions in the entire LEGO Star Wars series. But it's such a mess. Now we gotta find the 3 droid commanders in this giant field of random droids. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. Here's one. Roger, roger. Is that one? No, he's not. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. Ow. That hurt. You hurt me. You hurt my booty hole. I don't appreciate that. You must die now. The 3rd one. Where is the 3rd one? Yep. God, the stud meter for this level is really low. It's like 6,000 or something. Jeez. They know you're going to be dying a lot of this thing, I guess. Now, where is this red striped droid? I do not see him anywhere in this giant group of enemies. No, seriously, where the hell is he? Yeah, okay, gotcha. We're taking a break, yeah. Rated 2 films or utter trash, pretty much. But yeah, I do definitely rage at times depending on what I'm playing. LEGO games aren't going to make it happen, but some games out there will. Though I'd love to know where this mystical red-chested enemy actually is. Because I don't see it anywhere. There's a shitload of enemies all at once, but I don't see him anywhere, so... Ow. We're not getting many studs out of this mission. We got the stud meter filled, so that's totally fine. I don't have any problem with that. Am I just blind, or is this guy, like, not here? I'm probably blind, but if anyone sees him, please let me know. I don't see him in here. No, oh, there he is, there he is. Man, he did not want to show up for this fight. This, whatever the hell you want to call it. He did not want to show up for that. Alright, Django. Do-do, 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 do-do. And that is the worst impersonation of a gunfire that I've ever heard in my life. It's me doing it, so it's okay, but it's still wrong. Some of these character models look like very fake, or like very like early Lego, which is cool actually if they're early Lego. There we go. Yeah, this is just gonna take a while. They could have made this achievement set so much harder though. Stuff like hitting these levels in like a time period. Yeah, they could have made this achievement list a lot harder than they did. Because this is actually a very easy list by retro achievement standards. It's literally just 100% the game and like 3 miscellaneous objectives. I've 100% the game enough times to know that part of it. Oh no! Boba Fett's dad is dead. The clone cavalry arrives. They blow everyone up. Random droids protect Count Dooku. Nickelodeon Star Trek is getting delisted on Xbox. I didn't know that was a thing that existed. Project Cars 3 is being shut down. I don't know anything about that either. Alright, achievement, let's go! God, these achievements are worth so few points. Alright, we're getting more characters, let's go. Super Kid is done, even though I got like no studs that mission. Alright, next up we got a vehicle mission, let's go. Vehicle mission time. This is probably my least favorite of the 3 vehicle missions, just the way it plays. So, yeah. That's just my opinion. That's entirely my opinion. And opinions are like politics. Everyone thinks something and you can't convince them otherwise. I don't actually expect to win this first time either, so... yeah, I didn't see that one going too well. Yeah, again, this one is probably my least favorite of the 3 vehicle missions. Just the way it plays is kind of weird. Kind of random. Not necessarily random, but just like weird. Okay, I'm jumping off the cliff because I should have grabbed that collectible and it did not want to grab it. Good, there we go. Yeah, this one might not happen first try in because this is actually technically an auto-scroller. And I fell off the cliff because I'm dumb. That was entirely on me for being a dumbass, but still. Sucking apples. come on now. Do Kingdom Hearts 2 with like 160 achievements, including the hardest boss on R without summoning and cheesing him. That sounds terrible. I've never played that one, and I don't have much Kingdom Hearts knowledge, but that sounds terrible. I don't remember struggling this much normally with this level. Maybe I do when I just lost it out of my memory. That's entirely a possibility. Blow both of those up. Yeah, we're not going to get enough studs, so I'm going to have to come back to this one later, most likely. Probably going to be the first level we have to replay just for stud purposes. Because it is one of the more strict levels on that end of things. Go. We're getting a lot of these things collected, which is good. Even if we don't get the stud meter, as long as we get most of the collectibles from them, we're gonna have to replay the level anyway. We're already at the last part of the level, actually, so this is a super short level. Yeah, this is a super short level. Exactly what to do with these ones. No, I have to take out the cannon. Crap. Okay, well, we're not gonna get it this time. Got 8 of the canisters done, 2 to go. We're not gonna get the stud meter here, but that's fine. Oh, wait, that's 9? God, I didn't... Wow, they did not have a lot of places to put these in this level. They really did not have a lot of places to put these in this level. Holy cow, I only missed 1? God, they did not have places to put most of these. It's kind of funny, actually. That is not a lot of places to put collectibles, so we are gonna have to replay this with studs, especially, but like, I don't know where that last collectible would be at, because I found almost all of them. Oh crap, I didn't blow those up. Oh, this is bad. I'm not gonna get it this time either, am I? That was close, though. We're close on the stud meter. Oh, come on. We were so close. We're getting a little bit strict on this one. And we got most of the mini-kits, which is good, but still. Damn, I suck at this apparently. That boss took you 4 hours on normal and the hardest you've ever fought. Hey, Pikmin, like it's on your birthday. Happy birthday! Absolutely love this game, but I am just absolutely sucking ass at this fight, which I usually don't struggle this much with. But it's entirely on me for struggling, when I probably shouldn't. Because I don't remember this fight being this hard, but I'm being dumb probably, so... And it's kind of being impatient because I know there's a timer here, so that's the main thing for me, is just being impatient. Seconds left, that might be enough, depending on the last two. am going to have to replay this mission, though, for both collectibles and studs. I actually missed the stud goal for, like, the first time. So I'm going for collectibles. That was a little bit close, but we got it. We're good. I'm just going to have to replay it, but that's totally fine. I kind of saw that one coming because that's probably my least favorite vehicle level in the game. By far, it's my least favorite vehicle level in the game. So any progress we make there is good. We should be able to just go ahead and knock it out now, though. But yeah, easily my least favorite vehicle level in the game, so... I can only replay story, I can't do free play on it? What? It's kind of like it's playing in free play, so I don't know. This game was weird. If that hasn't been made clear, this game was very weird with some of its choices. We're only missing one collectible, plus the stud meter. I don't know where that last collectible is, though, is the problem. It could be on any of these branching paths, but I don't know what it might be on. I mean, at least finish the stud meter, that would be good. Yeah, this is easily my least favorite vehicle level in this game by far. It's just so weird with the way it's designed. Okay, we did not go up last time, we went down last time, so... I'm gonna hope it's up here somewhere. Oh. There it is. Got it. Let's go. We're good on the mini-kit part. Alright, let's go. Mini-kits are good. Let's keep moving. These guys out. This level is very strict on the stud requirement. I do remember that. It's very, very tight on what we'll have to do for it. Take those out. It's getting us close. Okay, that's good. One more. And we got True Jedi. Let's go. We got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. Yes, let's go. I will take that success all day long. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, another achievement unlocked. 10 out of 17 levels done with a stud meter, another mini kit done. Let's freaking go. Continue story, let's go! Did I rip it from the Gamecube disc? I only ever owned the PS2 version of the game, from what I remember. Unless I owned a Gamecube version, I don't really remember it. Alright, final story level of episode 2. By far the shortest of the 6... Well, of the 3 episodes. I don't know why I call it 6 almost. Can't do anything with that because we don't have an Ascension gun with us. Because Jedi do not carry guns. Makes sense as to why they don't, but it would have been helpful here. I see a mini-kit. I like the mini-kits. Wow, this level has almost no studs on it. Must be like 5,000 studs. All I'm gonna say is look online and you should be able to find out how to get this downloaded. I'm not gonna say it out loud here, just in case there's any issues. Just look online and you can find it. Can't get that one. It's too high up. Can I build anything with that? I cannot. Okay, so what does this one do? Yeah, just look online and you can figure out how to do everything. Do a little bit of Googling. Oh, I can't get to that one either. Crap. Yep, I cannot get to that one because I need R2 to get to it. Wonderful, or Jar Jar. Okay, that's fine. As long as we complete episode 2 here tonight, that's what I want to do. With 4 or 5 of the levels completely done at this point. We got a small hatch there that only small characters can go through. What else is going on in here that they... Okay, so there's 2 up there. I don't think they can actually get up there, can they? No, that's not going to work. Okay, so... I'll take the extra studs, that's great, but... Okay, we got the stud meter filled, which is good. So now he's gonna shoot stuff at us with the force. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. I think he just killed himself. Or hit himself. Stop hitting yourself, sir. Ooh, we should get Yoda after this, which actually gives us the ability to get another trophy or achievement, which is always nice. Anakin is hurt. He's about to die. But the Yoda is here now. And now it's 3-on-1. Mr. Prostitute. Let's go, Yoda. Yoda is super weird in these old games with the way that he functions. Yeah, that's a super easy achievement. It's so weird, though. Yeah, Yoda functions very weirdly in this game, with this whole, like, jumping around thing. Yeah, Yoda's a little bit strange in this one with the way he functions. It's not particularly ideal, and it's not great for the, like, 1 or 2 levels where you actually have to play as him. We at least got an achievement out of it, so it's fine. Okay, that was easy enough. Easy enough level. And there's another achievement. Let's go. Episode 2 is complete. Let's go. Yoda is unlocked. We don't actually need him now that we got that achievement done. Almost halfway through the characters. Let's go. All them studs go in. Let's continue the story. We got almost no actual collectibles on the level, but that's fine. Most of these levels are short. It's really just a couple of the levels in episode 3 and one of them in episode 1 that's going to take a long time. He died! I don't know what would happen. I just hope Anakin doesn't become evil. Evil! Evil! Evil, 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 evil! And there's no completion percentage, even though we are making great progress overall, not counting purchasing everything, because that's just a massive grind. Yeah, Yoda goes on his little floating high chair thing. Okay, so what do we have for characters? Clone, Genoshin. Most of these guys aren't... Okay, Jango's a little expensive, but that's fine. find all them Jedis is gonna cost us some money. But that is characters purchased, which is good. And otherwise, we're not gonna waste money on random extras if we don't need them. So that is further progress made. Alright, so with that, yeah, obviously none of the extras are unlocked, but let me pull up the RA list. So I don't know exactly how this works, so let's check it out. Okay. So it tells me sort of want to play, 44 achievements, worth that many points. Okay, so here we go. 19 out of 44 done. Oh, I can reset progress if I wanted. That's kind of cool. So currently, it's telling me the achievements that I have. So still have to finish 6 more levels in story mode, which is totally fine. 100% complete a shitload of levels, which is totally fine. I expect that. Negotiations without collecting a single stud. It's the hardest achievement in the game. And then purchase everything, and then we're done. Very cool, but I am liking this site as being a thing. This is cool. I actually like this a lot. So that is going to be it for tonight, because it's like midnight now, and I still have to go to work in the morning, and it's going to suck. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it the night here. But thank you guys for tuning in. This has been so much fun so far. I cannot wait to do more retro achievement stuff. That is not that's copyrighted. Yep. Yeah, I am super excited to play more games on here with retro achievements. I cannot wait to do more of this. But we're doing great progress so far. Probably like 2 more streams to finish this. Next stream we would do episode 3 and a lot of cleanup, and then the last stream would just be a lot of grinding. So yeah, it's not a super long completion, but probably like 2 more streams to finish off this game, and we can start doing some retro achievements videos and stuff. So yep, don't know exactly what the schedule is going to look like this week. I don't know exactly what days I'm going to be able to stream the rest of the week. We'll have to see based on my schedule, but hopefully at least 1 more this week. But regardless, next week should be pretty normal. So yeah, see you guys back here real soon. The Resident Evil 7 video will come out in the next few days as well. So yeah, see you guys soon.